But we're in it, boys. We got a special guest here. Caden, you're not the special guest.
No.
Sucks to suck.
Do we got the man, the myth, the legend, dude, Gavin Day, aka, you probably haven't heard this term in a long time. Sweeney. You probably haven't heard that term in a long time, dude.
That's fucking throwback right there.
How are you,
man? That is a throwback. Yeah, I'm back. It's been like what, a couple months?
Dude,
good couple episodes.
Bro, I think the last time you were on was when we still had Ryan on. I think that was
BC before Caden.
It was.
Yeah, that was BC. So, I mean, dude, glad to have you back for this new one, dude. And you've been up to some crazy shit, bro. Dude.
We've been moving around.
Yeah. No, anybody who's watching, don't mind the shit that I'm clicking on. I'm just trying to get the webcam to work, but for some reason it's not working. But Gavin, you just went to NXL Europe and got second place in Semi Pro. Dude, walk us through some of that steps. What was day one like traveling all the way overseas like that?
Oh man, well, I've traveled overseas before for airsoft, and this was definitely a completely new experience for me. Traveling for paintball is definitely a little bit more stressful because, I mean, you're flying with a paintball gun, and Customs doesn't love Americans all that much. Let's be honest here.
Hell no.
But yeah, it was sick. I got picked up to the team like 20 days before the event, so it was sort of last minute. But I met Steven Mazurek, who runs the semi-pro team. I'm at a practice at Capital Edge, and he was like, "Yeah, you want to come to Europe with us?" And I was like, "Yeah, let's do it." So booked my flights, and then like as I was booking them, he texted me. He's like, "You want to come to Iceland for 2 days with me and my buddy Ken?" And I was like, "Yeah, let's do it." So I went to Iceland with these guys, and Iceland was absolutely unbelievable. Like some of the most beautiful things you'll ever see in Iceland. Would highly recommend the journey. Bring a friend, go by yourself. It's an awesome place. I would highly recommend. Going in the summer is awesome too, because it does not get dark. It literally, the sun never sets. Like you'll see the sun sort of starting to set at like midnight, maybe 1 a.m, and then at like 4 a.m. it just comes right back up. It's like orange for a couple hours. They call it the midnight sun. But yeah, it's beautiful. I mean, I was pretty jet lagged and trying to get like real sleep because we were only there for 2 days, and I wanted to like experience it during the day, so I didn't really get to see the midnight sun that much. But I plan on going back. Like I'm definitely going back to Iceland at some point in my life. And then I left Iceland at the middle of the night and tried to fly to the UK. And I didn't know that I actually needed a special little passport thing to get into the UK. So that was a little stressful. Got to the airport, and they made me like buy this $20 little online visa thing. But thankfully it went through super quick, and the people at Customs were friendly and helped me through. So that was nice. And I got to the UK at like 8 a.m, and I got picked up by some of our teammates. Kyle in the van, he picked me up, and we went to some town like 3 hours away. I have no idea what it was called, but we went there for one night to practice with the 5-star pro team and a semi-pro team called the Droogs, which took first at the first event.
Okay.
So and yeah, practice went great. It was sort of like my, first time meeting all these guys and playing with all these guys, and my first time on the layout. So I was, really trying to get as many spins as possible. But the practice went great. Played good. Jet lag wasn't so bad. My gun worked, which is a great sign because sometimes it likes to, do something wrong. But yeah, the practice was good. And then we left the next day, which was Thursday. Thursday, we drove from that little town to Birmingham, which was another 3 hours away, and checked into our hotel. Got ready for the tournament on Friday, and then shit started cracking. We woke up early. We had an early game on Friday. We mercied the first team, and yeah, we also mercied the second team. So, day one went pretty fucking good.
That's great.
And I don't really remember who we played. Wish I did, but I don't. It's been a while. And yeah, then the second day was definitely harder games. The first team we played, super close match. It was a tie game with like 12 seconds left. Came down to a 2-on-2, but nobody really knew what was going on. And one of our guys ran like all the way down the D side and was about to hit the buzzer. And then I traded with the snake guy, and their center guy hit the buzzer right before we did. Definitely sucked, but we lost our first game on Saturday, so we were 2-1. Kind of needed to win the next game if we wanted to move on. Mm-hmm. And we did. We won the next game by 1 or 2 points. It was a tough match, but, we always prevail. Come on.
Of course.
And Yeah, and then we moved on to Sunday, 3-1, pretty good point spread. And what's funny about this event is the top 8 teams from the first event did not move on. So it was just
Oh
us
shit.
and a bunch of kind of new
What?
teams. Yeah, it was super unique. So we were kind of feeling pretty good because we were second place heading into the event. And, if we did well like we expected we were going to, then um, we'd probably be at the top of the league. So we went in, fresh mentality, just take it game by game, point by point. But we won the first game. We won the second game, and then there was probably a third game that we won too, and then we went into the finals. And
Okay.
yeah, the finals game was super neck and neck. We played Manchester Firm.
It's a good team.
Yeah,
Solid
they
team.
were really good. They picked up a bunch of American guys. It was 2 kids from the Damage. I think they have a semi-pro team. That's where those 2 kids were from,
Okay.
and they were pretty good. They were definitely killers. And obviously they have Jason Edwards too, which is, tough to play against him.
Yeah.
But we put the first point up super quick. I made a good read to just go straight to their side pretty much, and I bunkered out the dude in the little 50 starfish thing and shot 2 other guys, and the boys cleaned it up. But the next point went on for super long. I was playing the back center most of the event, just trying to keep the team together with my voice. And when I had the opportunity to push, of course I would. But the second point was more like super, super long, and we have a 4 pod limit, so that everybody's picking up paint on the ground, and it's all humid, so it doesn't really shoot at all. But it came down to a 2-on-2. I was in the back center. Kyle Breath was on the D side. Steven had just traded with Jason on the snake side. And we were sort of trying to drag it out because we expected to win the point. We wanted to go up by 2 with, little time left, and there was about 5 minutes on the clock. So we tried to drag it out, and we knew where one of the dudes was. It was the 2 kids on damage. One of them was on the D side in the Dorito 3, and the other dude was kind of getting tricky. He moved from the center, kind of all over the place, and he wound up in the little snake side 50 starfish. But me and Kyle just stayed crossed up. We were kind of expecting that, but he just landed a super good ball on Kyle, and it was just me in a 1-on-2, and I died pretty quick. So it was a tie game with 4:15 on the clock, and we're walking out for this third point, and my nose started gushing blood,
Damn.
not just a little trickle, dude, I was bleeding fucking everywhere. It was definitely intense.
Why do you think you were bleeding?
Huh?
Why do you think you were bleeding? Was it dry over there? Do you think it was the elevation?
It was 3 different factors, I think. I think my nervous system gets a little messed up when I'd fly international. It'd been definitely a couple days of little sleep, jet lag, and lots of planes. So, I was probably a little whacked out in the head, but it was really hot and humid, and the elevation, and I was kind of sick. I was blowing my nose all the time because I was
Ooh.
I was super congested when I was out there. I don't know if I was allergic to something or if I was just getting sick.
Mm-mm.
But I kept blowing my nose, and I think I just dried out too much. When I was a lot younger, I used to get bloody noses all the time, and it was a problem. I passed out once in 8th grade
Oh
from a
shit.
bloody nose, and I had to get my nose
What?
cauterized. So seems like my old ways are coming back. But yeah, we're walking out for this third point, and I feel blood trickling down my face and onto my chin, and I turn back to the pit, and I'm like, someone get a rag ready because I'm gonna be covered in blood when I come back into the pit. And then I'm walking out, and I'm already getting lightheaded, and the point hasn't even started yet. So I tell the ref, I'm like, yo, if it looks like I passed out, I definitely passed out. We walk out there and we get on the gate, and there's 4 minutes on the clock, and we wanted to steal it, so we took ground. We went straight to the 50 on the D side, which was possible if you ran through the center. We tried to get a kill off the break, but didn't make it happen. It was tough to shoot on the other field. We played on the semi-pro field, obviously, the whole tournament, and it was completely different than the finals field. The bunkers are not staked down on the finals field. They're just kind of held down by these little bags so they can get pushed around a lot, and they were super overinflated. So the lane that I had been ripping all weekend was not there at all.
Oh jeez.
So I couldn't get my kill. Steven couldn't get his kill on the snake side. They took ground on the snake side. We took ground on the D side. And our guy quickly died, so it was a 4-on-5. And I was like, okay, I'm going to just try and lock this down. So I start, working towards the D side. And I ran out to the corner. And when I got up from the dive, I was like, holy shit. I can barely stand up right now. I don't think I'm going to be the guy to push this. So I, fucking crawled like a baby into the Dorito 1, which was, really good spot to lock it down. You could see them. You could see if they came to your side on the snake side, and you could shoot them if you were ripping it, and if they come to your side of the center of the field, you could blow them apart. So I just sat there on the cross and I yelled back at Steven, who's still in the back center, like, yo, I'm losing hella blood. I'm probably going to pass out. If you want to break the game open, go for it, but I'm going to chill here. And he's like, all right, for sure. And he runs out to the corner and gets fucking blasted.
Oh, shit.
And but at this point, we had shot a guy. So it was like 3-on-4, and they're definitely coming down the field. There's like a minute left now, and I got one pod left. And some kid runs through the center. I shot him. They came to our snake. I shot him. And then there's just like one dude left on the D side, and there was like 15 seconds left. And I popped up, and I could put a good ball on his loader. And I was like, oh, that's probably it. So I started running for the buzzer, and then I like kind of couldn't really see anymore. So I like hesitated for a second. I looked at the clock, and there was like 12 seconds. And I started going for the buzzer, and I was like, I think I'm going to not make it. So I'm going to just take it into overtime. So it went into overtime, and I got my face cleaned up. My nose was still bleeding in overtime, but it was a super close point. And look at that. Look who's got his fucking
We made it. I got a back. Shit's going down over here, boys. But we're
Old
learning.
hats in the background. Holy
Me in the
shit,
background.
bro.
Bang, dude, bang.
That's
Look,
insane.
Yeah.
Don't mind me. Don't mind me. Gavin, keep going,
all
bro. This story is amazing. I'm actually loving the
All right,
detail.
I
I
appreciate
feel like
it.
I'm no joke. I've known you for a long time now, Gavin, and your grit and your in the game is so good to where you're not just gonna give up, right?
Fuck no.
Blood's
Giving
coming
up
down.
for pussies.
Right?
Yeah,
exactly.
spit the blood in their face.
Straight up, fucking spit it in their fucking fish and tuna, isn't it, mate? On Tuesday, you know, let them have
Yeah,
it.
there was definitely a little pile of my blood in the pit. I was like
Sheesh.
sitting there, like it got all into my throat and shit, and all in my mouth, and I'm like, you know, spitting it on the ground. Being in the pit was a whole experience too, because I walked off the field, and I guess not everybody heard me, because I took off my mask, and one of the players' wives looked at me, or girlfriends, and she's like, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, "What?" And I touched my face, and it's like dark red blood. Like I'm definitely like, I don't know how bad it was, like from other people's perspectives, but definitely felt like I was a little covered. And this our one Spaniard dude, this OG named Combo, fucking legend. I love Combo. That
What a
guy's-
name, bro.
That's-
Well, he's a killer, dude. Love that guy. He's like, let's get you cleaned up. And so I like walk towards him, and he just grabs a napkin and just like fucking smears my face back and forth, and he just taps my back. He says, "Good to go, killer." So I just,
hell yeah.
get my pods on my back, get my gun from Grayson. Good to go back out there. But overtime point, we wanted to slow it down. It's what we'd been doing all tournament, was slowing the pace down. Other teams were just like pushing kind of crazy, because you definitely could on this field. Like you could go straight to their side almost off the break and cause a lot of chaos. But we found a lot of success from throwing counter punches and trying to just shoot those guys when they came to your side. And it definitely worked for us. But, you know, the other team was also doing the same thing. It's why they were in the finals.
Yeah.
So they threw the first punch. They came straight to the 50 off the break. And I saw him get up there, so I ran from the back center to the center brick. And I was trying to fight him a little bit, but I was also kind of not fully there. So
Yeah.
I thought I put a really good ball on him. I jumped over the top of the brick, and I thought I put one right on his face. And Brandon Baird, you know, everybody knows this guy. He was watching the stream, and he was like, dude, I swear to God, you shot that dude. I watched it back, and it definitely looked close, but I don't know. The ref checked him out. He was probably clean.
A game of inches, man. A game of like millimeters in paintball sometimes,
Dude,
you know?
yeah, it was a damn close ball. But yeah, they came to our side on the D side. We lost containment. We had like just a tiny bit of miscommunication behind me. Steven and this guy Jay were supposed to be crossed up, but Jay misheard Steven and played the snake side instead. And so they came to our side, and I got shot in the back without trading. And he took our D side guy out, and it was kind of curtains from there. But
Yeah.
second place is nothing to bark at, and we're at the top of the league right now. So first place heading into Paris,
Dude.
which feels pretty good, because if we win or do well, then, you know, we're going pro, which would be sick. The 2 5-star teams in pro.
Yeah, dude. First, congratulations, bro. Seriously, that
Great
is
job.
that is
Nice
not
W's.
easy. You know, there's a reason why America fucking rules and the Europeans hire us as killers over there. Like, and obviously, Gavin, you're one of those killers, dude. Genuinely.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Dude, you know, real quick before, isn't it just crazy how far he's come? I remember when he was at the tryouts the first year, and now look
He
at him,
grew up
dude.
so fast.
Fucking straight up, like no joke. It almost feels like that kind of does feel like that, Gavin, where it's like, oh man, he does grow up quick. Like, dude, I remember when you were still in fucking high school, and then you went to Sac State, and you're like, that ain't my fucking shit. Now you're like,
Gay.
Hella gay.
you're choosing
Literally
your
hella
own.
gay.
Hella gay roommate.
No,
Hella gay roommate.
It's great to see you being able to develop your own path. You know, you're not if you're not comfortable with it, you're not about it, right? And that was kind of
Okay.
and that was one thing that taught me about you when you're like leaving Sac State just to go back home. You're just like, dude, this is not my thing. You know, some people just tank it out, risk and lose hella money. And then they're like, oh, well, fuck, now I'm a ton of money in debt, and I just hated that whole experience. So the fact that
Yeah.
you were already putting yourself above a standard like that, dude, just shows kind of how much of a man you are, genuinely. And
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
it's great to
I definitely
see.
know myself. It's like, one thing I pride myself in is, if it ain't working, just fucking leave.
Straight up.
Simple as that.
Straight up.
Amen.
You know, and tell me a little bit about your whole experience going to that field for the first time.
Oh,
Just
dude,
describe-
the field is.
I've seen this in paintball videos for tens of years. I want to hear it through your mind and the way you describe it.
Dude, the field in London, CPPS, is absolutely insane. Like, the grass is something you've never seen before. I don't know what the fuck they're putting in the grass, but they should do it everywhere.
That's
Like, it
grass?
is so nice. Yeah. Well, it's turf on the pro field, but everything else is grass.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Okay.
And it is, like, so nice. It's like butter. Like, sliding, you're like, dude, it feels like jumping in a ball pit when you're like 6 years old. Like,
Woo,
dude,
smooth.
so good. It was the nicest field I've probably ever played on.
Wow.
Yeah, like driving in, we were some of the first people there, and like getting a look around. There's like 7 fields blown up. I mean, it's a beautiful place. Seriously, the staff were super nice. Yeah, but I just honestly can't stop talking about the fucking grass. Like, it was honestly so good. It's
It
just
seems
like
like
The-
the paintball coliseum, the way the stands are. Like, it looks like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
most like spectator friendly field that has ever been.
Oh, I think that's in Paris. Is that field? Because on
Paris
this one,
has
there's like
the big
hills.
bleachers.
Yeah, there's hills that surround the pro field, and hell, people like line up and watch from there. But I think the Paris field is the one that has the stands.
Okay,
I'm pretty
okay.
sure.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because that's where they do the Nations Cup and everything is in Paris.
That shit looks so awesome, dude.
So
Like,
people
Yeah,
are just
I'm
like
excited to
way
go
up
to that
like
event
out on the
too.
hills.
Yeah. This field is super nice though. Like, all the big fields that NXL throws events at in Europe are super, super nice. Like, definitely the real deal. Yeah, these guys definitely, like, you can tell they've been doing it for a while.
So backtrack, were you saying that a paintball gun is harder to get into the UK than an airsoft gun?
Well, you don't fly with the airsoft guns when you're playing with Team USA. They just like ship them there for you.
yep.
And yeah, it's just a little
Okay.
more stressful because you actually have the thing on you. And I've definitely had some run-ins with the military police in the Netherlands before.
Oh yeah,
So,
dude,
you
for
know,
sure.
I'll-
Okay.
Some if they don't, I forgot what it's called. It's called like a SEAL something, maybe 7, where
Hey, not a Navy SEAL.
where it's like it's a stamp that's inside of a paintball marker. That
Yeah.
And if your paintball marker does not have that, I've known plenty of people through my time on DMG where they went over there to Europe and they got their shit confiscated completely, and they're like,
Yeah,
oh
that's
well,
crazy.
fuck you, and
That's
they take their
crazy.
paintball gun just because it didn't have this
Fuck,
like
and
stamp.
the agent probably keeps that shit and sells it on Hop Up or not Hop Up, Paintball Retro.
Oh hell yeah, dude! Make sure you get a little. TSA ain't paying enough, dude. Got to get a little extra.
Yeah,
in
get a
there.
little flip going.
You know?
I
I
did
don't,
the
want,
same thing.
I don't want my gun taken. That's scary.
I think
Yeah, no,
that's
you're
why a
good.
lot of teams and a lot of pro teams, they're like, oh, just come over and you're gonna use a gun. We're gonna use, like, we have a gun for you to use.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, it's definitely a little sketchy. I shipped my gear back home too, because when I was out there, I was like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm gonna
Fuck
stay out
carrying
here
that
for a
around.
while. Yeah, so I shipped my gear back home. We're getting into the next phase of my story.
Hell yeah.
I shipped my gear back home, and it was definitely a hassle because, nobody really does that, so I had to figure it out on my own for sure.
Mhm.
I ended up staying in a hotel in London and kind of figuring it out the day after the event. And yeah, there's this service that'll come and pick up like your suitcase or whatever you're trying to ship
Mhm.
through FedEx and then just ship it like that. So I got it all set up and it was ready to go. So I just like talked to this chill dude at the front desk and he's like, yeah, man, just leave your gear back here. We'll totally just ship it out for you. And I was like, all right. So I just, printed out the label, slapped it on there. And the website or the service that I shipped it with was like, all right, you filled out your customs form. You're good to go. The bag will get there. Don't worry about it. And I was like, all right, sick. So I carried on with my journey. I went to the White Cliffs of Dover, which is on the southeast coast of England, for one night. Absolutely beautiful. Would recommend. I played poker with this guy Steve in a pub for like hours,
Hell yeah.
which was awesome. And then my plan was to head towards Ireland and spend most of my trip out there. And I delayed my flight by 10 days, so I knew that I needed to be back in London by the 16th. So I, made my journey all the way from the White Cliffs of Dover over to the coast in Wales, because you can take a ferry from a couple different towns in Wales over to Ireland. I left from Fishguard over to Ireland, and when I got there, in my first couple days there, I spent 2 days in Cork, Ireland, which is a super cute town. Like it's awesome there. Would recommend. Again, go by yourself, go with some people. I met some super cool people there, but I was on a little tour bus with these three old ladies that I met, and I get a call from FedEx, and they're like, "Hey, we don't have your customs thing, so it's stuck in customs right now. Can you like
Oh.
fill out this form and we'll get it handled for you?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, for sure." So they emailed me the form, and I didn't really look at it because I knew I couldn't do it from my phone, so I sent it to my dad. Shout out to Bo,
Shout
absolute
out
legend.
Bojangles, man.
Bojangles.
He's the
Shout out
fucking
to
man,
Bo.
dude.
Yep. And so I sent it to him, and he's like, "Dude, the customs form's already filled out. It's attached to the fucking email." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So I figured that out 2 days later, and then emailed the filled out form to a different part of FedEx. I don't know. I guess they just needed me to do it.
Mhm.
Lazy motherfuckers. But
Straight up.
it ended up getting through, and I was a little stressed that I wouldn't get there in time to leave to Sacramento on whatever it was, Friday, 3 days ago, because it's coming from a long ways away.
Mhm.
But it worked out. It was all good in the hood.
Hell yeah.
And yeah, I spent some serious time in Ireland just by myself, roaming around. Took a bunch of buses, bunch of trains. I went, I don't know how many miles I went, but if you look at it on a map, it's pretty fucking funny looking. It looks like I went in like a star formation, like just all over the place, back and forth. But spent the first 2 nights of my Ireland experience in Cork, which is awesome. Saw some cool shit there. Met some cool people. And then I went to Galway for one night. And then when I was in Galway, I went out because it's a super big party town.
Yep.
And it was the weekend. And I kind of decided, partying by myself, not the thing. So I went to the Cliffs of Moher the next day, which is this like insanely beautiful, like coastal little area where there's these massive cliffs that overlook the ocean. And I don't know how tall they are, but it's at least hundreds of feet. Like if you fell,
Yeah.
you'd definitely be fucked. But it was so beautiful, and I just went out there and like hung out there for a while. I took a nap
Sounds like a
on the
movie scene.
grass. I hung out with some sheep. It was great.
Oh hell
And
yeah.
some old Irish dude tried to give me a side quest, but dude, Irish people are so fucking hard to understand. Like you'd go up and ask a dude like, "Hey, how do I get to the post office?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, bud, go down there, take a right, take a left, and go down to Shop Street. You know where Shop Street is?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure."
When
Like,
you
"All right,
hit
go
the
to Shop
bees,
Street."
200 paces south.
Yeah, exactly. And then like you follow their directions, like exactly. Write it down in your notes, you're fucking walking that way and you get to the spot that they talked about, and bro, there's fucking nothing there. It's like a motorcycle bar, like just some fucking random bullshit. And so
Sounds nice.
like yeah, I definitely got into some crazy side quests just like asking people for directions because they would just tell me like I don't know if they were just bullshitting with me because I was American, but like I definitely wound up in some interesting situations.
Because the thing is, one thing about being American that I've heard when people go over there is you stick out like a sore thumb. Like
Oh
freedom
yeah,
must be loud, you know.
for sure. It's the accent for sure. Like you don't sound like I mean, every European country has like their own little accent. And when you're from the States, people can tell like mostly by looking at you and then very quickly when they start talking to you. And I was wearing like this pair of Levi jeans every single day of the trip, so I looked like some fucking homeless American dude that was just like bumming around in Ireland for sure. Like people would look at me and be like, "Oh yeah, fucking American kid, look at this guy."
Look at this guy.
The big question I have is, what was the food like in Europe?
The UK, the food was pretty shit, but I had
I
some
hear
really
that.
good fish and
Beans
chips.
and potatoes.
Yeah, but the Indian food is actually fucking unreal. Like so
Okay.
good. And I did try the English food, you know. You got to get the big breakfast whenever you go to a cafe. Get some beans and toast, get their sausage, get their weird ham bacon thing that they got going on. And I mean, it was pretty good. It depended on where you went, but like, if you order like a burger and fries, that shit is not coming out how you'd expect.
Interesting.
I had a couple good hamburgers, some good crisps, as they'd call it.
Oh, Chris.
But
Okay.
yeah, I would say the food in California is definitely superior to the food in England, but the food in Ireland was really, really good. Like super diverse. You can kind of get whatever you want. I had the best pizza I've ever had in Cork. It was really fucking good.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what the place was called, but it was super, super good. I ate the entire thing in like 20 minutes.
So you being alone, traveling this far alone, did you ever run into any sketchy situations?
Um, Not really, honestly. I kind of kept my wits about me. Staying in hostels, you're a little worried that your bag's gonna get stolen or whatever, but yeah, I don't know. I just kept my wits about me. Didn't really go into anywhere that I looked like or that I felt like was unsafe. And yeah, honestly, no, not really.
So what's like a red flag for you when you're talking about your wits staying with you? What are like some things where you're like, okay, I definitely should not go over there?
You see two fucking drunk ass Irish dudes fighting outside a bar, you're definitely like, I'm not
Oh.
going in there. But I don't know. There's something like you can kind of just look at a place and just decide, sort of just based on the first glance, like, is this place gonna be sketchy or is this like some safe little like pub that everybody goes to? And yeah, I sort of just kept that with me. I was definitely like leaning towards the side of caution because I'm by myself and like
For
my
sure.
passport gets jacked or my phone gets stolen. I'm like completely
you're
fucked. I have
lost.
nobody out there for me. Yeah, I'm like, there's no way home. So yeah, I would usually like check into my hostel or my hotel room like right when I got to the new town and just like drop my bag off and all my shit there and update my family of where I was and all that kind of jazz. And yeah, when I would go out, I would just sort of like, lean towards the side of caution as things got later, because yeah, things probably get sketchier as like
As the
nighttime
sun
rolls
goes
around.
down.
Yeah, that's just what I figured. So yeah, I mean, my main goal of being out there was to go see like nature and beautiful things that you don't see anywhere else.
So what was the most beautiful thing that you saw in your mind where you're like, this takes the cake for the whole trip?
Dude, it's like honestly a tie. Like there were some spots in Iceland, like nothing specific, but Iceland in general was just absolutely unreal. But from the solo trip, definitely the Cliffs of Moher.
Caden,
It was
drop a
so
picture. I need
awesome.
it. Drop a picture.
I definitely will.
Well, I'm gonna have
I have
Caden
a
Google Earth
picture.
this bitch right now.
It's like,
Oh, this is what you're talking about.
yeah,
See
dude,
ya.
there was like puffins flying around and shit. It was so sick.
Oh, dude, I fucking love puffins, bro.
Dude, puffins are awesome,
Those are sick animals. I'm not even gonna lie. Those are,
right?
whoo, dude. This is like a movie scene. You know?
Yeah, no, it was so sick.
Perfectly like straight vertical cliffs.
That's like,
Yeah.
with
Crazy.
Pangea, you know how they're like, oh, everything was all connected back in the day, like
Right.
like millions of years ago.
Yeah, that's
That
where the
just
shit
looks
got
like
split.
exactly just straight split off like a cookie.
Yep.
Slice through the cake.
I wonder what was connected to that part.
I know, right? I mean, I bet you can find it somewhere in
100%.
Europe.
Or maybe it's like Atlantis.
Oh, hold on. We're getting real theoretical here.
Dude,
Okay.
on the note of nature, you know what I think would be a fun trip to do as a team?
I'm in.
Humboldt
Going on
County.
a hike to Yosemite.
I'm in, bro. I'm in.
I'm
I
down.
haven't gone there yet.
I
I love
haven't either.
backpacking. Let's do it.
Dude, like I think that's one of those things where it would be so much fun for us because dude, we could do like, I don't want sing along sounds fucking gay, but like sea shanties, like we're climbing on the mountain, like whistle while we work, type shit. We could
Yeah.
all get a little pep in our step and just climb a mountain. Because if it really came down to it, like all of us, besides a grizzly, what animal could really take all of us down? We have
Okay.
we have a
What
marv.
animal against the ducks? We have a mar.
We have
Yeah, that lives in Yosemite too. Maybe
yeah,
like
exactly.
mountain lion. Mountain lion that's super pissed off.
Marv is choking that
Against-
motherfucker out.
You think
Marvin's
so?
like hit
Yeah,
like
honestly,
a straight in the mouth, just like
Yeah,
straight
like
back.
could
fucking
definitely
King
take
Kong.
down some fucking.
But okay, real quick. I know it's a little
Wait.
side tangent, but I was talking about this at practice a little bit. I don't know if you guys recall. So, but now I'm changing it now that there's us three here. Okay, there's us three in a zombie apocalypse. What other two of our teammates are we gonna pick and why?
Are we doing this collectively or individually?
I'm down to do it collectively and argue some cases.
All right, I'm down for this. Okay, I feel like no brain. I heard Hatch's theories.
Yes.
Right. It was
Okay.
Brandon and Marv, right?
So I was saying it would be Brandon and Cedar. Right? Or even the
Okay.
new Brandon. Because I don't know if you guys know, the new Brandon, he's special ops. He was
Oh,
military.
shit.
He
All
was
right, he
military
is?
special ops.
I did not know that. He
did
keeps
not
that
know
shit on the
that.
down low then, huh?
Right? So I'm like, He reminds me a lot of remember Kane, you remember Jobin?
Yeah.
That guy is a dude. That guy's a fucking killer, dude. I love that guy. When we had one event with him, and he's telling us, he's like, oh yeah, sometimes when we were in a drone and we shoot them, we call them squirters. Like, look at these guys right here. Those guys are obvious squirters. And I'm like, oh god, this guy's seen some shit, you know?
Dude, and then when we were trying to fucking interrogate him about Area 51.
Yes, dude. I mean, because the thing is, when it comes to picking a teammate to bring in a zombie apocalypse, you can't just be useless. You know,
No.
That's like the big thing is you're as useful, you're as valuable as your usefulness is, I guess, if that makes sense. But so I was picking Brando. Dude, the guy's got medical experience. If it ever came down to where, oh shit, dude, I just sliced remember in fucking Walking Dead, T-Dog sliced his arm open on a car? Brando's fixing that.
Okay.
Brando's fixing that.
All right.
My argument for Cedar is, no joke, he'll probably end up creating a wind turbine that can get us power. His innovativeness is so good. I've seen him MacGyver so many contraptions on how to save us. Like, I remember when my car got broken into, he like MacGyvered like a fucking cardboard window that had like a pulley string that I could pull and like see out, a flap would open up and I was able to see out of the window and like flip it back up. Cedar is the man, but
Yeah,
also,
dude, he's a crafty guy.
But Marv,
I like
All right, so yeah, let's go through the pros of everyone else. So Marv is Marv.
He's
a
Marv.
Hulk.
He'll fucking kill anything. And
Right, and yeah, he'll keep a level head too. New Marv.
New Marv. Okay, hell yeah.
I feel like Marv's man. Fuck those zombies! I'm gonna kill all the zombies. You're gonna run into like a crowd of them.
Guys, this is simple zombie killing. Get with it. This is simple zombie killing. You do this, I do this. That's Marv right there.
And let's see. Paul, I feel like Paul would be able to last a long ass time.
I feel okay.
He's
I
very rational.
Exactly. I think that one reason why I picked, one of the reasons. So the original thing was, it was like me and I would pick 4 others or whatever, right? But I think that if it was me and Paul, our leadership skills would like perfectly clash when it comes to rational.
Okay.
You know, I feel like a lot of things would get resolved in pros and con ways, right? It'd be like, oh, dude, should we take over this building? Like, he'd probably be like, okay, let's talk about it, right? Instead of me, I'm obviously like, okay, let's do like the plan of attack, and Paul's like, okay, let's plan the attack. You know?
Yeah. Okay.
You know?
I like that.
So, but I mean, okay. Who else we got? AJ. Okay, AJ's cosplaying.
Great sacrifice.
Yep, 100%.
He's a great sacrifice.
Yeah, I agree.
First thing you got to do in a zombie apocalypse, push someone down so you get a little extra time.
Go on without me. We're like, we were doing it anyway. But
AJ's got to have some pros. Come on, we got to get this in here. Positivity, right,
his
guys?
toe probably infects all the zombies, bro.
it'd probably turn him normal, dude. They got to get the serum out of his toe and it'd fucking fix him. But on the real though, I think AJ
could find a plane for us and fly.
Yeah, he's a pilot.
Yeah, he actually could find a plane and fly it to where, I mean, even just getting fuel in a zombie apocalypse would be impossible. Finding a plane, like, dude, you know how rare that would be, low key?
You know what I feel like a really good pro to AJ would be? For some reason, I feel like he would be very friendly and we'd actually make like new friends, right? The group would grow, but in a positive way.
Yes.
Okay.
And I know. Big thing about zombie apocalypse, right? Is being betrayed. I feel like, you know, if you betray AJ, you just feel so bad about it. Like, there's just no way. Like, guy's been through enough, and he's a friendly enough guy that like, I feel like he would make us some like super random friend. Like, we would see some like, I don't know. AJ would find a way to make the group grow bigger.
I agree, especially
that's
I
a
think
good
he
point.
would. I think he would be able to. He's a salesman, and I think he would really be able to. If we ever needed to morph a group with another, he would be like, okay, these are like we would be like selling.
This is what we bring to the table.
Exactly, right. He'd be able to negotiate and put us in a very, very positive light with outsiders.
He's our
Bingo.
relations guy.
So yeah,
Okay.
yes, a relations guy. I like that. Okay, that's a good point for AJ.
But in theory, we can only have 3 guys, so you know that skill is a
Not
little
cutting
take
it,
or
buddy.
leave it.
Not cutting it. Not cutting
Unfortunately, sorry.
we got
for
enough
AJ.
charisma here, bro.
it. Yeah, but the new Brandon though, special ops, like dude, survival training like that. Whew, dude, he
Yeah,
could probably
I feel like that's
teach
pretty
us so
crucial.
much. Like that is crucial.
Yeah.
So it's like I almost want to say, I I mean, shit, dude. Okay, what are we doing with Aaron? What's Aaron bringing to the table? He's gonna work on his art because he's gonna be like peeling the back off these zombies and like using them as like canvases and shit.
Yeah,
No,
he would
I
make
hear it.
wherever our crib is look hella dope for sure.
Oh,
Here, I'm gonna stretch this out. Aaron's gonna use the zombies' carcasses and make us camouflage, and he's gonna paint us to be like zombies.
Ooh, okay.
like Mecha Chameleon.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
yeah, like, you know how like they'll like take the blood of zombies and they'll put
No,
it
no, no,
onto
no.
you, like the camouflage.
Dude, like in
that's
Hunger
probably what
Games.
Aaron could do.
Like in Hunger
Yeah,
Games,
like
with PETA,
PETA.
you know what I'm saying? He'd be like, "Oh shit, guys, the zombies are coming. Sit still." And we're like this on a tree, and they just can't see us.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
that he
he's
would
our
be.
disguise guy.
Yes, disguise guy. I like that. That's a great thing. That's a lot of value right there.
But what if the zombies develop like a sense of smell for humans?
Oh,
Well, I mean, dude, at that
fuck, what
point,
kind of zombies are? What
about
kind
to
of
say, yes,
buggers are we in?
It depends on what
Well,
kind
that's
of
the
zombies
thing
we're
is what kind of
fighting.
zombies are we going to be facing, right?
Okay.
You never know.
28.
clickers.
Okay, let's think 28 years later zombies.
Okay.
You ever seen
I haven't
that?
even seen the movie.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
okay. That's okay. Me and Caden actually watched it relatively
I'm thinking.
recently.
I,
It was
whenever
I
think of
almost
zombies,
watched it on my plane.
I think of Dying Light whenever I think of zombies.
Really?
All right.
When I think of
Yeah.
zombies, I think of like I guess default like The Walking Dead or like Left 4 Dead zombies.
Yeah. Standard.
You know.
Super standard.
But I mean, if it's The Walking Dead zombies, bro, we're gonna be fine. Like I feel like we
Oh
can
yeah.
survive
That's
forever.
like fucking easy
That's like
pickings,
the
dude.
easiest one, right?
Like the only at that point, I feel like the whole premise of that, you just have to worry about people. People
Yep.
use zombies as weapons in The Walking Dead. Like nobody gives a shit about zombies. You can kill them in a second, you know. But
It's true.
It's
It's true.
But if it's like World War Z zombies, bro, we are fucked.
He's 1,000 Marvs.
All right, guys. Yes, exactly. 1,000 Marvs running at you, and it's like, all right, guys. If to survive, we got to inject each other with AIDS. It's like, what the fuck is going on here, dude? You just have to like have the
Damn.
worst of worst diseases to survive. But if it's Walking Dead zombies, we're fine. But
I think that's how we should be. That's how we should be thinking about this. You know, survival rate is still high.
tuna.
Are we missing it? Tuna.
Yeah, he ain't on the list. He's getting
He's too
fucked.
new. He's too
He's
new.
too new.
He's too
You're
new.
right. You're right. The
new.
trust is
Tuna,
the
too
bond is
new.
not there yet.
Are we missing anybody else?
Who are we?
Great
missing?
guy. Good paintball player.
Are we missing anybody?
That is everybody, right?
Yeah, I think so.
No,
Yeah,
we
we-
got to be missing someone. This went way too quick.
This did go quick.
No, because we already have 3 right here. So we
Yeah,
there's
we
barely
have
any
3 right
people.
here. Okay, so my vote, Brando Cedar.
Staying the same, huh? Sticking with it.
That's my like.
I think Brando is a guaranteed for me. I'm trying to.
I think Brandon Marv. I feel like I'm a pretty crafty guy, and
That also is true. You are a carpenter in a way, you know. That is true.
yeah. Well, that's
Mm.
just like the basics of my skills. Like I'm a pretty creative guy. I can
Yeah.
build a computer. I could figure it out.
Zombie apocalypse building a.
I'll be able
hey
to
guys,
figure it
you guys
out.
want to play CS? Think anybody's on?
We get internet going, so
You
we
never
can
know.
play.
I mean,
I could build a
shit.
radio if I really needed to.
Damn, you really think you could build a radio if you needed to?
For sure, dude. Potatoes and like a couple fucking wires. Got it done.
What?
You never seen fucking
I have
5-minute
seen
craft, bro? Come on.
something like that, but you're telling me you'd be able to fucking create a microphone? We're like, hey, Mayday, come rescue us.
Bro, you ever watch Stranger Things, dude? Come on. Live a little.
Oh my
I
god.
honestly, Stranger Things, I've maybe seen like the first 3 episodes of that.
Also, you got to think about it like this. The resources are out there. You just have to like make them work with what you got, right?
Yeah. Very, very true. Very, very true.
Because it's not like zombies are like taking shit and like, oh, I'm going to break this fucking box. Like,
Yeah,
they don't
like,
have brains.
Now they
Yeah,
can't
like, the
contact the
radios are
outside
still gonna
world.
be
brains.
there.
Yeah, exactly. The radios are going to be there. You just got to find a way to make them work. If they don't work,
point.
you know, what if they already do?
The problem is electricity.
Yeah.
That's the problem, right?
Yeah,
I'm
you
not
got to
trying
make a
be
wind
fucking
turbine or some sort of.
cranking
Yeah,
that radio. all
I'm
day.
studying it, bro. Bro, we're gonna be fine.
Nah, there's got to be a way to make electricity with zombies, like hamster wheels. Zombies just walk in that shit and
That'd
just
be
like.
so good. I feel like realistically,
make
the
free
easiest way
electricity.
to make electricity like that would be like a, not a windmill, but like a water wheel.
Yeah, water wheel.
I feel like that
Plenty
would be
of
like
people
the
do it.
easiest way to make it. And
Yeah,
obviously,
and that's
any-
probably like
any
out there
natural-
somewhere, and you could find that. You could just
Yeah.
find that shit.
yes. All you need is running water, and you can build it yourself. You know,
Boom.
So okay. So then yeah, I
Live by a
almost,
river.
almost want to say no cedar.
that's a hard one, man, dude. Cedar would be just so good. But you know, okay.
He's pretty skinny too, so like food wouldn't be like a super big problem for the
Valid.
guy.
That's the big problem with Marv. What's that?
Yeah.
That motherfucker. No snacks are safe around him, bro. No snacks are safe around him. When it comes, he'd be like, "Oh man, where's the last of our food?" He turns around, he's like,
bro.
"What food?"
Speaking of that, Hatch, I like how you and I looked at each other when Marv started bringing up my Dill pickle.
Oh
hot
yeah, 'cause those are
Cheetos.
my dill pickle hot Cheetos.
Oh
Those were
my
good,
God.
man. He's like, damn, these are actually kind of good. Said
Those are
LSS.
good. Let me get some. Oh,
But
Brando Mar. I kind of.
Brando Marv, that's my
Brando
vote.
Marv or like it's okay. If we're taking Cedar out of the loop, I'm gonna say Brando Paul because I feel like Paul would be a little bit would just be more rational in like a really like high intensity situation.
What are we thinking of Brando Brandon?
Brando Brandon, that's a great combo. That is a great.
Too many
combo.
Brandons. Too many fucking Brandons.
Be like
Because we think
Brandon
the
behind you.
special ops.
Brando's like, huh? And then
Yeah,
other Brando's
exactly,
like, ah!
exactly.
Getting snacked on.
Yeah, I know. The special ops, it's hard to like say no to that, but I feel like everybody on the team has to learn how to survive regardless. And I mean, yeah, sure, he already has the skills, but how many of those are like unlearnable when like shit is really hitting the fan?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think low-key Brandon Brando would be the way. Like, if you're not picking Brando, you're bleeding out.
Yeah, fair enough.
But Brandon, special operations, like, okay, the thing is, imagine what
I
he
know
could
it's
teach
tough
you.
choices.
You know, imagine what he could be teaching us. He could be like,
Yeah, that's a good point. Good point. Good point.
right? Because I feel like at some point in the military, you're like teaching other people how to do whatever you've been trained to do.
Yeah,
What
for
if
sure.
what if he teaches us how to stitch up a wound?
But Brando teaches us how to stitch up a wound.
Brandon.
You know,
Yeah, wait,
it's
he's special
valid.
ops.
Imagine
He
we
could
just
probably-
get Brando out of here.
Yeah, exactly.
What if he's a
Wait.
combat medic? Like,
Oh,
If he's special ops, theoretically he's probably trained as a medic as well.
Like probably the simplest
Or knows
shit,
the
you know?
basics.
Yeah. Like first aid 101. Damn, that's a valid
Yeah.
point. It's a very, very
Because that's all
valid
you really
point.
need. Like if you get bit by a zombie, you're fucked anyway.
For sure. You're done.
and
Yeah,
if you
exactly.
break a bone, like that, you can't really fix that.
AJ,
Yeah, you
AJ
gotta cut
would
it off.
be
That's how it
AJ would be
goes.
the one who would hide the bite from us.
Yeah, he would.
AJ would be the guy that's like, he's like, ah, and we're like, AJ, you okay? He's like, I'm fine. I totally didn't get bit right now. Like, AJ, did you get bounced? Dude, no, totally not.
All right. I'm
No, that
changing
shit came off my
vote.
headband, bro. Are you kidding
My
me?
vote's gonna be Brandon and Marvin.
Brandon and Marvin, that's a solid.
All right,
pick.
I'm with Caden. I'm convinced. I like this take.
I'm gonna go Brandon and Paul because I feel like Paul would be. I mean, the guy's fast and plus I think he's a little bit taller than Marv. He could probably boost us up.
A little bit. Bro's
We
the
really
tallest
needed to. Okay.
You know, I feel like
Yeah,
he could
because
boost us
ladders
up
aren't a
too.
thing, right? Ladders are just like.
Hey man, you think I'm gonna be carrying a ladder on me? We just
Well,
gotta
dude,
be
a
Paul.
quick little like.
What kind of fucking walls do you need to jump over?
You never know, dude. I'm just like trying to.
Are you need
think.
to fucking climb a tree real quick? Get reconnected with nature?
Yeah,
I'm just
dude.
saying.
You know, it's funny. Okay, Caden, you've seen 28 years later with the part with the house with when they boost, how useful that shit is. You
I
know?
guess yeah. Zombies can't do it.
But they did it with each other, right? They just like hit a quick little. There's no like.
Yeah, it's not like Paul's like wingspan is gonna like greatly help with that.
That's true.
But he can reach things that are up on the top of shelves, you know? What if we're
He
in
can
like an
grab the
old
apple
grocery
from the
store and he needs
tree.
to grab the chips, you know?
The apple from the tree, chips on the shelf. Very, very tough points here. I mean, okay, I'll go with you guys. I think I'm gonna do Brandon Marv.
Yep. See, we're all in agreement here. It does make sense.
Marv is funny. Marv in the zombie
team.
apocalypse, he'd be like the kind where he wouldn't even use a weapon. He would like gouge their fucking eyes out and rip their skull apart. Like
For sure.
he's
For
fucking
sure.
crazy, you know. But
Yeah,
like-
I think the only problem with Marv is there's a slim chance that he just goes out on his own, but you know, if that's what happens, that's what happens.
that is a valid thing. That is a valid thing. And okay, another thing we have to keep in mind is, would any betray us?
Nah, I don't think we
I
get
don't-
betrayed by any of these guys.
I don't think so. I don't think
I
so
don't think
either.
so.
I don't think so either. But it's always a thing you have to think about, you know, especially in the zombie
Yeah.
apocalypse. You never know
Yeah,
how feral
true.
humans are going to be, you know.
Things
But-
get wild.
Marv turns around. He's like, "You look tasty."
Oh god, that's fucking.
What's
funny,
that?
dude. Oh my god, dude. Okay, so one thing is now that I kind of want to switch over to, guys, we have WC this week. We're recording this Monday, the 20th, and we leave in like 3 days. How do you guys think practice has been? Like, how did you think this last practice went before the event?
Last
really
practice was
productive.
really good. Felt like the team was playing super well, especially after coming from a team like 5-star over in Europe, I really feel confident about our chances. And I mean, obviously, we got to go out and prove it because, well, let's be honest, we kind of sucked at the last event.
Yeah.
Probably the event before that too. But I feel like we got the full squad back together. I'm feeling really good about our chances. I feel like everybody's playing well. Everybody knows their job, and Chim's gonna just put the pieces together, and it's gonna be a fucking masterpiece.
Yeah, I feel like
I
we have
think-
a lot of good weapons.
Yeah.
I think it was cool too because when we have these like pre-tournament practices, you really see where we're either lacking or doing really good at. And I thought we were doing so good on connecting on the field.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree. I feel like it didn't matter who was on the field. We're taking the time, putting a name on it, making the connection happen, even though like we're completely opposite ends of the fields. Like, hey, there were multiple times where you and I are linking up, like, hey, like, and we're looking at each other across the field, and we're like, hey, this, and this. And Gavin, there were
Right.
multiple times where you and I are linking up when you were playing that middle spot, and I'm like, yo, where are you looking? And you're like, yo, I'm looking this way, and I'm like, sweet, let me do my thing. You know?
Yeah, and I feel like if the layout's any similar to the USXBL layout that we play on, which in theory it should be, I feel really good about our chances. I feel like that layout was great for us. Like, there's going to be a lot of long points where we really need to break it open, and I feel like if there's anything that any of us have learned over the last couple events is how to break a fucking game open and win.
Yeah,
Yeah,
especially
And I
the
feel like we
long
got
points.
the right group of guys to do that.
I hated the first layout, so if this one's bad and not like the practice layout, I'm gonna be pissed. I really enjoyed the practice layout. I thought it was good.
Cross your fingers.
Which one? Field 1 or Field 2?
The USXBL one, the second one.
Okay. Yeah, that field was very, very interesting. I feel like
Think so?
there were a lot of times where just because the way that starfish was, at like the front of the snake, you couldn't really go past the snake too without going on the inside,
Is that the first time the like starfish was like not at a 50?
No, I feel like I've
No,
seen
it was like that last NXL.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen it in like the front of snakes a couple times.
Yeah.
It's like the snake one or something like that.
Tripping then.
But when it's like faced like not like a plus sign but like an X, dude, you
Right.
can hide in that bitch like
Yeah.
forever,
Yeah, you
bro.
can.
Yeah, especially as like a snake one bunker, and the corner behind it is like fucking massive.
Dude, like that was a hard like cross to break. One, they're so close to each other. They don't
Yeah.
even have to talk very loud to communicate.
Dude,
And
yeah.
you have to go through huge gaps to go and get them.
Yeah, like, dude, me and Caden are literally on your guys' side, like in your guys' 30-yard line. We just can't hit anybody.
Yeah, because
That's
there's
so
There's
fucking
nobody
annoying.
to shoot.
yeah, and at the most you're gonna get like the tip of a loader, the tip of a barrel, and then once you miss that shot, they're like, oh, well, that's a little close. Let me just tuck in a little bit further.
Yeah,
Now you have to work
exactly,
even
exactly.
harder.
Yep.
But I did
Yeah, it
feel
was
like
tough
we
to make people
opened it
out.
up. I felt like we opened it up a lot. I thought you were killing it, Gavin, on those drills when we were like opening up the game to the middle. I thought you were playing that super, super well.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I feel like I've been doing a lot better at just like reckless attack when I really need to. I feel like that was like a point in my game where I lacked before I went to Europe, and I feel like I learned a lot. I had a little bit of a breakthrough event, and I feel like I'm playing more aggressive and or when I need to, which is important.
Hell yeah. And I think the most important part is
Yes.
like the recognition on when to do it.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. I feel like I lacked that before, and like Chim was saying, you can't teach that. You kind of just got to learn it.
Yes, and I feel like Chim has been forcing us to learn it so well because we'll be playing a point, and then all of a sudden he'll be like 1 minute, and obviously we're playing the scenario as if it's like whatever the
0-0.
scenario is, if it's 0-0 or this team has to push or this team has to play and defend. But we get kill 2, and then whatever side has the kill 2 like tries to like go and win it. Like, hey,
Yep.
even though we're supposed to hold this point, let's go win it. We're practicing on flipping the switch really quick.
I think one of the unique things that Chin's been like pointing out to us recently is that we've been at it for a long time. Is like he's been really emphasizing that we know what to do. He's
Yes.
just like reminding us like do what you're supposed to do. Like I don't need to tell you. Like you guys know what to do.
Yeah,
Yes.
100%. Yeah, I feel like sometimes when we get to events, we play so well at practice. Sometimes it seems like some of our guys just lack the confidence. Like I felt like last event, I feel like me and most of the people that were playing most of the points just like weren't playing like we usually do, and I feel like we're about to turn that around this event.
Yes, and I think what I kind of think that was. I think that one of the reasons why Chim's kind of going back to that now is because we had people on the team at that time where they needed to play catch up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like we had Graylin on the team. Like Aaron needed to catch up. Aaron's been getting a lot better, but he believe it or not, no matter what you say, I still think he needed to learn a lot, right? And he has.
Yeah, I mean he hadn't played in a long time.
Exactly, right? And
I mean,
think
think about when I joined the team too. Is the exact same. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing.
Yes, but through experience and the way that it's like if you put an average player around a bunch of good players, monkey see, monkey do, they're gonna start
Yeah.
playing better, you know. And if they don't, they just quit.
Yep.
You
Pretty
know?
much.
And I feel like that Chim hasn't had to communicate with people on the team that are a step behind. And I feel like the addition to Tuna and Brandon, Chim's known Brandon for a long time. Chim's known Brandon like as long as Aaron.
Yeah, we've all heard stories about him.
Yep, but Tuna, I've known Tuna for a while because he actually was he played on the semi-pro DMG team when I was on D3. Like he played way back in the day, and he was, I would probably say, one of their starting snake guys for sure. He was killing it. And now I think that he took a huge step back, and like I honestly want to say the guy's very humble. The guy's very, very humble, and he's always like, man, you know, I want to, like, going back to Utah was a big mistake for my game. He's like, you know, the competition is nowhere near as sharp as it is, you know, at Capital Edge, like when we practice each other, you know, or when we practice Impact or Aftermath. And he's like, I just want to be able to try to, I think he realized that maybe he learned some bad habits playing down, because the guy used to play semi-pro, you know, and when you're kind of catching players up, sometimes you can learn some bad habits. And I think that now is with us, and we're all grilling his ass. He's like, okay, I cannot make these mistakes anymore. And he's been doing really, really well. You know, taking constructive criticism very, very well. Because if you can't take constructive criticism, dude, you're uncoachable.
Yep.
Definitely.
You know, and I feel like we're all at the point on the team where Chim says jump, we say how high. You know?
So true.
As much as we love that guy and the camaraderie we have with him off the field, when the clipboard's in the hand and the game clock is going, whatever the fuck he says, you do, even if you don't even agree with it.
Hella true.
You know, there have been times where I'm like, man, I know I'm running to my death right now, but then I'm like,
yeah, me too.
Like, we're like, I mean, there have been times where, and tell me if this has ever happened for you guys, where you guys know you guys are going to be like you guys know you're going to be the sacrificial lamb for this play, but then it ends up working out, and you're like, holy shit, that worked.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah. It's funny how, like, if you really just trust in what Chim says, like 90% of the time, it actually just works.
Yes.
Even if it sounds fucking crazy.
Yes, and it just takes one of those moments where you're like, oh shit, I actually made it. Like the play was worked.
Yep.
As soon as you get one of those feelings, it's like, okay, I am never doubting it again.
The doubt leaves, yeah.
You know, and especially the way that the doubt for sure leaves is when, because he doesn't do it very often, it's when Chim comes after practice and he's like, good shit.
Yeah, it feels so
That
good.
is so, like, you know, you played good that day when Chim says good shit. You know, like having
so it's a good shit today, and we'll head now.
Thank you, sir.
Right, and the thing, I mean, you know, this is okay. We're going into some serious shit right here. My girlfriend brought this up to me not that long ago, dude, and it changed the whole perspective on the way that I look at all of this. You guys have seen the movie Grown Ups, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Right. Again, that movie was a real quick
I know,
classic.
you're about to bring up.
Dude, I was telling my girlfriend, like, we're driving back. Gavin, you have a long drive, so obviously you think a lot.
Fuck yeah, I do.
I was like, man, it's gonna be cool when one day we're all like way older and we all get together and it's gonna be like the movie Grown Ups.
Yeah,
right?
dude.
But then she was like, you know, whether you like it or not, there's gonna be a day where you guys don't have Chim, because that was the whole premise on why they got together in the Grown Ups, right? Was their elementary school basketball coach died. You know, and ever since that was put into my perspective, I was like, holy shit, dude, like, Chim is a great man, and he's a very respected human being, to where, man, I want to give that guy my all.
Yep, you do.
And it put it in my perspective that everything is temporary, life is fragile, that you never know when that's actually going to happen. It put it in perspective with all of my teammates. You know?
You got to appreciate what you got while you got it, because you never know when it can leave.
100%.
Seriously, nothing in life is guaranteed, dude.
Right? And just thinking like that kind of just changed my brain chemistry, where, you know, maybe if I ever did argue with Chim, I'm like, okay, I don't even need to fucking do that shit anymore.
Yeah.
Right? I'm better than that.
Not worth it.
Exactly. It's not worth it. I want to make sure that everything that I'm giving is my 100%, to where he doesn't even have to, like, explain to me.
I want my life train to be luxurious.
Right? And I mean, dude, Chim's a guy where, dude, he's been in our fucking face like a lot when we make mistakes.
Many times.
right? And he has no problem calling your fucking ass out in front of everybody.
Amen.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? Like the last event, we made a huge mistake was a player made a huge mistake on our team. And I don't know if you guys remember that little, Caden, obviously you don't, but that little huddle when we went back to our little area, dude, remember he's like, dude, you fucked me on that. I trusted my gut and put you in and you fucked me on that. You know?
Yep.
And luckily it wasn't directed at me or you, Gavin. So, I mean, we were kind of like, whew, thank God. Because, dude, if that was us, like, it almost like shatters you in a way where it's like, man, you have to shatter.
Dude, I would be so hurt. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. After the shattering, you have to like pick yourself up and build that trust again with
Fuck
him.
yeah, you do.
And trust is a thing that is not easily earned whatsoever. And it's not supposed to be earned easily.
Nope.
You know, I feel like, Gavin, the way how you earned Chim's trust is because of the way you've been performing and the way that you've put games together to where he's like, okay, this is someone that it's good that we invested in, and this is someone that I can trust to put on the field during the crucial points.
Yeah.
You know?
I think so too, but I think he started trusting me before that. I think it was after he saw like, you know, how committed I was to just driving all the way the fuck down to Sacramento every weekend and just being about paintball and being about the team rather than leaving the first opportunity I got and staying loyal to our squad and just showing that I appreciate it. I think that's when Chim realized like, all right, we made a good choice picking this kid up.
Yeah. And, you know,
WUSA player.
right? And it's funny because, I mean, dude, there have been times where we've invested a lot into people and it ended up like not fucking us over. Like I would never say at any point it fucked us over, but obviously the information that we have taught other players, they're going to go and use that with another team against us.
Yep.
You know? And to Chim is like, fuck that shit. Like, loyalty is so respected to where it's like, obviously we still love that person even after they leave. Like, we're happy for them. But when we play them, we're like, dude, that fucking traitor.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
True.
I mean, and maybe that's just me taking it personal or Chim taking it personal. But I second Chim in that emotion. I'm like, yeah, fuck that traitor. That guy, we taught that guy skills, and now he's going to try to use him against us and he's going to be like, oh, Caden, that guy's always going to the snake. Hatch, he's always going to the Doritos. He plays aggressive. You know, now he's using that information against us. You know, so
fair point. I mean, people got to do what's best for them in a sense, but yeah, absolutely. I think you're right.
Right, but when we teach someone that and they use it against us, Chim is like, okay, he's more hesitant on who we teach it to, if that makes sense.
Yep.
Right? Like,
yeah.
When it comes to sending out our because we have codes, right? Who cares on what people know we call bunkers? But like that next level in depth of game where we have like the real codes. Where we're like, you know, fucking bingo zing zang. You know, we know what to do when we say bingo zing zang. Lamborghini. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We know what that is, but nobody else does. And when you let someone in that circle, then they leave. Low key, I'd be upset too.
Yeah.
Right. And so when he sees someone like you, Gavin, or me, or Caden, when he sees our commitment to the team, he's like, okay, these are guys I can trust. Like, these guys aren't just going to fuck me over at the first chance I get.
The truth.
You know?
I like that. Yeah. Earning Chim's respect and keeping it is definitely a big part of being on this team.
Yes, right. And I mean, I used to be the penalty guy. And now I'm actually like, dude, I feel like I'm clean from penalties. I feel like I haven't even gone to penalty like...
Yeah, we'll see about that this weekend, huh?
You know what I'm saying? Hey, we're trying, though. You know what? Okay, I think the only penalty I've gotten this season was that one. You remember, Gav, I think you ended up getting pulled. Was where...
Yeah, probably. I get pulled on fucking everything.
I got pulled on a crazy-ass pack hit, and I'm like, huh? And then they pulled
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
I got one minor, too, where I got a pack hit. So I had my one minor.
Pack hits are crazy to call, like, penalties on, right? Because obviously that's, like, an unobvious hit. But obviously, you know... Depends on the pack hit, and there are times where they'll skim my little tab, and I'm like, oh, let me tuck in a little bit more, you know? But
yeah,
it's all ref's discretion, I guess, which is the weird part about paintball, you know?
While we're still on the topic of WC, are we gonna shoot content down there?
I'm in, bro. I'm in. I think that it would be sick if we could shoot before and after match like vibes, I guess, if that makes sense. I would love to interview people, possibly people that we've even had on the podcast. Like obviously Patty Gleason's going to be down there, you know, like Mike
Right.
Ryan's going to be down there. Like, you know, friends of the show are going to be down there.
Need another. She's a 10 out of 10, but she hates.
Oh,
paintball,
dude,
so
I'm so
that
down to
video.
do that. That one hits because everybody knows that if you get a girl that hates paintball, it ain't working out, buddy. Sorry to say it. Either you're quitting.
Something's got to change. Yep.
Yep, something's got to change. What the fuck? Logan just sent me a TikTok. Speak of those type of people, dude. How crazy is that? How crazy is that?
That bastard left us.
God damn it, dude.
But traitor.
At least he's not the kind of traitor where he's using that information against us.
Yeah.
He's
Now
using it in CS:GO.
Yeah, now he's just fucking sitting on his fucking PC playing some bullshit, dude. And he's like, hey, let's play Roblox. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know, okay. Let me just say this. We're getting on Diamos on the way back.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Honestly,
yes,
Good.
please.
So down.
And Gavin, you might even get it since you're coming a little bit early. You could even get it Wednesday night, you know?
Oh, please.
Dude,
Double trouble?
Shit
Don't
is
tend me
so
with a good time, dude. Some lasagna sounds so
It is
bomb.
really good.
Especially after driving all day.
Oh, my God, dude.
Dude,
Get
What's
you a
Brandon's
Pepsi
record? I'm
freeze.
going to try and beat it.
I'm torn because I want to get the same thing I always get, the manicotti, but your ravioli was really fucking good.
Dude, the ravioli is so good, bro. Like, I that to me, obviously, like 21 is still pretty old, but that place is where I had like my 21st birthday, when my family was still all together, where I'm having a good time with all my friends, and so whenever I bite into that, it just like ratatouilles me, like, you know, puts me back into the other dimension where life was easy, dude. I'm able to drink, I'm chilling, not any real responsibility, right? Nothing crazy. But dude, the ravioli is just so the God's frisbees, dude. Like
God's frisbees. While we're on the topic of dinner, I might have to leave in the next like 10, 15 minutes to go get dinner with my family before we depart.
Hey, that is all good, bro.
All
I want
good.
you to make sure you spend plenty of time with your family, Mama Jangles and Bo Jangles. Like I want to make sure you got
Mama
plenty of time.
Jangles.
While we're also here, I have a fun question for us because
Oh, hell yeah.
we were talking about aliens last week,
Oh,
and
hell
so
yeah.
I wanted to ask if you guys had the choice to have any like alien power, what would you have? So I'm thinking like telekinesis, like morphing, like X-ray vision, or,
Morphing
like,
would be insane.
brain scans, like
I feel
something
telekinesis
alien-like.
could be bad also. Like, do you really want to know what everyone's thinking all the time? Wait, are we thinking the same thing?
Okay, wait.
No,
Okay, wait.
Wait.
Okay, no, you're thinking of
You're thinking
telepathic.
about
You're thinking about telepathic.
Yeah.
I'm thinking telepathic. All right,
Telekinesis
all right, my
is
fault.
where it's
That
like-
too. Like
Telekinesis is where you like pick things up with your
Like-
mind.
Yeah, you can move shit with your head, dude. Imagine fucking being a snake. You just pick a Dorito up and just fucking roast the guy.
No, dude, you
Oh,
could
man.
like shoot your paintball straight up in the air and then just have them go straight down into their face.
That would be nice.
You would win every single tournament ever.
You don't want to be that overpowered though.
That would be insanely OP. But you know, if
I
you're
feel like I'd want
desperate,
something-
there's a lot of like alien type powers.
that is valid.
Shape shifting.
Like morphing, like that is so powerful, dude. You could
Yeah.
literally take over the world.
Yeah, because it doesn't affect your everyday life, but like if you really want to use it,
Yes.
fucking go for it.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know about y'all, but I kind of like being a human too. So I don't know how much I would like some like crazy power that you just end up like using all the time, like telekinesis or telepathy.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
This one would be crazy. I don't know if this is a superpower, but the power of knowledge that aliens have, where they could like
Yeah, well,
engineer all this fucking crazy shit.
Like-
Imagine you're
like
able to
Infinite
build-
void just fucking just hit you with like the infinite knowledge.
right, and it's just like you have such. I feel like they have such a higher level of thinking. Our heads would just explode. You know, they know so
yeah.
much.
Well, the brain's pretty powerful. I think you'd be surprised. Maybe it's just like unlocking it.
You
You
know,
only use 1% of the brain.
Something
that
like
is very,
yeah.
very true, actually.
That's why we need. That's why we need to sleep for a third of our life.
That shit pisses me off still to this day.
But
But I mean, okay. I would low key pick morphing because if you could morph into anything, you could like morph into like a bird and like fly away and like you can get places quick.
Dude, I fucking love birds. Flying would be awesome.
Undetected,
Yeah.
right? You
and
could
that has
rob a
multiple
bank.
powers too. Where you could go swimming underwater and like breathe there. You could get a bird and fly.
Morphing
strong
would
as
be
a gorilla,
incredibly
like,
powerful.
Oh,
I'd probably take
kind of
morphing.
multi-use.
Yeah, I'm saying morphing all the way, dude. That's always
Fuck,
like
you
when
guys
someone
are-
asks me like superpower, I say morphing as well, or I guess it would be shape shifting, but yeah, morphing, 100%.
or
You guys
possibly
convinced me.
or possibly teleporting. Right? Is that
Oh,
is that a power? Teleporting?
Is that alien
Probably.
superpower?
I think it falls under the category.
Yeah.
Like
I'd give it.
if I was able to just teleport anywhere, Gavin, imagine teleporting to practice in the morning, waking up in your
Holy
bed in humble
fuck.
and
I
teleporting to
would kill
practice.
for that. I would kill for that.
You know what I'm
Dude.
saying? That is low
My
key,
car would be so much happier too.
right? Is that not just so good?
Yeah,
Fuck,
that would be
dude.
awesome.
Ah, damn! I need some waffles. Let me snap myself to Belgium and go get them.
Is this
Dude.
like the one where you need rules where it's like, oh, I need to like have gone there first?
No,
Or is it just like you just have them?
No,
I would say
fuck
okay. You
that.
know what? I
I
would say
changed
if
my
you could-
answer. I
if you
changed
could
my
see
answer.
it, if
I'm
you-
doing
if you could
teleporting.
see it, right? Like if I could go
You
and
have to
look
see
up.
it?
If I could go and I could look up. Oh,
So I need Google Earth.
yeah, sure. Google Earth, right? What was that place called with the cliffs, Gavin?
Cliffs of Moher.
Cliffs of Moher. Like, oh, Cliffs of Moher. Picks up an image. And you're like, okay, there's the lighthouse. I envision myself at that lighthouse. Boom, now you're there.
All
Good
right, I
to
changed
go.
my answer. I'm doing teleportation.
I'm doing teleport. Like that is just.
I'm keeping it
so
at morphing. I like morphing. I like the idea.
I feel like it is just.
Teleport into a fucking like plane or some shit and just fly away if I need to.
You never have to fly. You would never have to fly with teleport.
Yeah, but you
never
can
have to
turn into
fly.
a bird and hell other dope shit.
That's very true. Beast Boy, bro. Like, man, that would be so
Mm.
sick. Being able to turn
Yeah,
into
it'd
like
be
a
fun.
T-Rex or something.
It'd be fun. Teleporting is super practical, but morphing, that's like,
Probably more fun.
good times ahead.
Man, imagine
Huh?
like you were a kid and
Gavin's
you were
making
able
the
to
fun
morph.
life.
Like,
Mm.
like, oh shit,
thinking-
you get in trouble, so you're just like, oh, I'm just gonna turn to a cockroach and just like go away real quick.
Yeah, turn into a chair or
Alright.
some shit, like prop
Yes.
I
Prop
turned
on.
myself into a pickle, Morty.
Oh
Pickle
god,
Morty.
dude. That whole sequence of Rick and Morty is so interesting. The way he's like killing the cockroaches and using their brains and stuff like that. Like, so fucking interesting. That show, Rick and Morty's cool.
I love Rick and Morty.
But I feel like the people who are like obsessed over Rick and Morty, they think they're like higher level thinkers. Does that make sense?
That's an interesting category.
Right? I
Rick and
feel
Morty.
like they're like, oh well, I watched Rick and Morty. I totally know what the fuck I'm talking about when it
I
comes
know
to
how to
everything.
make a dimensional teleporter.
I just picture some kid with like super long hair and he's been wearing the same sweatpants for like a bunch of days and he's got the Rick shirt on. That's what I picture of when I think of Rick and Morty fans.
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
Yeah, and
God.
he's got like a bag of hot Cheetos in his hand.
Drinking Monster, like not even the sugar free, like the original black.
Mountain
and
Dew
green.
for sure. Mountain Dew.
Oh hell! I mean,
His
Mountain.
mom's hella big.
Fuck, I want a Baja Blast.
I would kill for a Baja Blast, bro. What's the best flavor of Mountain Dew?
Baja Blast.
Baja Blast is definitely up there.
No, I'm telling you, I'm still mad to this day that they discontinued my favorite soda of all time, which is the old version of the Mountain Dew Voltage.
Now
the
it's
old
raspberry.
version.
Now it's
That's the
raspberry.
Now it's
Blue
raspberry.
Yes.
The old blue, like lightning version.
Yeah.
Yeah, the blue stuff.
Yes.
The blue
Yes.
stuff.
Like a little shield potion.
It used to be so fucking good, and they got rid of it.
It's freaking ridiculous, bro. I hate how they're getting rid of all the stuff that we love. You know, like bring the beefy crunch burrito back to Taco Bell, man. Like I know people. I know there's a conspiracy. Allegedly, people are getting the shits from Taco Bell.
Make sure nacho
Whatever.
fries are permanent.
That's another good one, dude. That's another good one. Like America would legitimately be happier. Like who is voting for this? Like democracy does not work, I guess sometimes. But
God damn it.
okay, real quick, Gavin. One thing that I have for you, really quick.
Yeah, last question.
Yep.
Let's go.
For yourself, where do you see yourself when it comes to not only paintball but just life? Where do you see yourself within the next 5 years?
Oh, that's a tough question for me today. But yeah, I feel like I went through a lot of different like reflecting periods of my life over the last 2 weeks, being kind of solo traveling around. So I feel like that's a tough question right now. My whole last 2 years I've sort of had a plan, like, oh, I'm gonna be a lawyer eventually. I'll go to school and all this, but 5 years in advance. Well, I see myself playing pro, ideally in the next 5 years.
Hell yeah.
Ideally a team that would allow me to play Dub C still, if that's what we're still doing,
Mhm.
or go pro with you guys.
Hell yeah, amen.
Either way.
Type shit.
I don't know. That's as far as I'll go, cause yeah, it's a question I've been thinking a lot about recently. Just like after coming back from Ireland, I've had some big life shakeups for sure.
Let me ask you this then. What is the biggest lesson you learned traveling by yourself? That's a lot of time to think, a lot of time to be alone with your own thoughts. What did you learn?
I feel like I got two things. I think we as humans take alone time for granted. You know, we take it as like, oh, I just gotta kill the time. You know, just like, scroll or watch TV or whatever. I feel like if more people were to just be present with themselves when they're presented with alone time and just like, really reflect on like your actions over the last couple weeks or however long you want to think about it, and I think a lot of people would be better humans overall. A lot of people would be happier. But another thing, fucking nothing in life is promised, dude. Shit can go south real fucking quick.
Hmm.
Just appreciate what you got while you got it, and love yourself and love the people that you're around.
Hell yeah, man.
Don't forget to
Oh,
smile.
yeah.
Don't
Straight
forget
up,
to
don't
smile.
forget to smile. Well, Gavin, I just want to say, dude, thank you for giving us your time. We appreciate it,
It's an
dude.
honor.
And you're one of the guys that you and me were quick friends on the team. And no matter wherever you go in life, bro, we have your back and we're family forever, bro. Genuinely.
Fuck yeah,
We
I got
love
you guys
you.
back
We
too.
love
You guys are
So,
legends in my heart.
love
Love
it,
you
buddy.
guys.
Have a good
Yeah, I
one,
love
bro.
you guys
Gavin.
too. All right, I gotta go to dinner though. I'm sorry, people.
Yeah, go.
Sorry to the fans. You know I'm such a fucking just great guy. I know everyone just loves listening to me, but yeah, I gotta go to dinner.
Hey, have a
Thanks
good
for
one,
having me
brother.
on the show, guys.
Thank
It's
you,
been a
bro.
good time.
Of course.
Have a good one.
Peace.
Much love. Bye.
Bye. Boom. Duo
What a guy.
cast. What a guy. I fucking love Gavin. I think Gavin's a great person. I think that whenever you do go on a long trip like that, especially when you're by yourself. I've done I think one big trip where I was by myself where I was gone for like 5 days.
It makes me think. I don't know if I'd be able to do it. I probably could, but it's like I really would be alone with my thoughts. And the closest thing I've done to that is when I went to was Utah, Arizona, and Vegas, but that was with Gabe and Riley, if you
Hmm.
remember them.
Yep.
But that was the closest I've ever gotten to that kind of thing. But I imagine like like hitting some sort of like revelation. Like I start to ascend. Like if went on a vacation alone.
That is legitimately what could happen. Like whenever I first went, I had a girlfriend at that. I had a different girlfriend at that time, but that was like 5 or so years ago. It really put into perspective on like how much I would really respect myself and put into perspective what I would really want. And at that time with that girl, I was like, oh man, I was madly in love like an idiot. But then I kind of saw through some certain things, and I was like, okay, now that I'm back, I need to start asking some more questions, on what I want, on what makes me happy, on where I want to see myself, and how. Because the thing is, you owe yourself. This is to anybody. You owe yourself a good life.
Right.
At no point should you ever be with somebody or be around people that want to try to bring you down. You owe it to yourself to surround yourself with positivity and be around good people. So
Right.
don't be it's like, and it's way easier said than done. Cause I mean, there are some people where they've been in your life for so long, but you never really realized they were bad. If that makes sense,
Right.
like a bad influence or a bad egg or possibly just
100%.
someone who just isn't in your best interest. And I'm not even saying that like, oh, like what does this person do for me? I'm not even trying to like look at it like that, because there's gonna be things in life where like me and Caden, your and I's relationship, to where if you ever really needed something, I wouldn't be like, oh, you owe me one. Like I feel like that is like the tackiest and lamest shit when it comes to people that you want to declare your best friends and family.
Right.
To where there are certain things where you're not going to get anything. Like if Caden, if you ever needed to move, I would come up and help you move, and I'm not like expecting to be paid, or I'm not expecting to be compensated for that, because you're my boy.
Yeah. Right.
And
then obviously it'd be like, oh, let me buy you lunch.
But the thing is, that's so normalized where people are like, oh man, like I did you a favor, now you owe me a favor.
You owe me a favor.
And I always
it's
thought
never-
that
it's
was
never
kind
like
of
that.
weak, if that makes sense. I never really understood that, but
Yeah, I've kind of been in that spot where like thinking about what I want to do, because I'm having that with like my new job and stuff. It's like, okay, I have an opportunity to like do something with the company, but it's not directly tied to what I've been doing. And now I'm questioning, where do I see myself in like years time, and then what I want of myself right now. Like I'm going outside doing more recreational sports and stuff. Like what do I want right now when I look in the mirror versus in 5 years from now? And also with that, I have a lot of respect for you and Gavin. Like with like driving and traveling to practice, I don't know if I could do that. That's so much time to like obviously you probably listen to music or podcasts
Mhm.
when you drive, but that's a lot of time to be alone with your thoughts.
100%, right? And I mean, obviously, you've heard me talk about like the athlete's plane ride or like the drive home, where it's like, dude, like sometimes your
Dude,
thoughts,
after a tournament, it's so
dude,
rough.
yeah, it is. Especially after a fat ass loss. Like if you went like 1-3 or you got skunked, like fuck, man, like that, the feeling of going home after that, you know, just staring at the road, knowing all the mistakes and going over all of them in your head. It is I wouldn't say it's mentally defeating, but it's mentally strenuous.
Because it's like fuck, dude. It's like then you really realize like oh, I did like fuck something up. Like
Yes.
you shatter yourself basically.
Yes, because the thing is, it's so easy to be like, oh man, yeah, like this guy made a move and then fucked us all over. Like it is so easy to do that. But when you have your thoughts on yourself, you have maximum accountability. You can't like, you can lie to yourself and be like, oh yeah, he totally made that move and it fucked us up. But it's like, no, like you made plenty of mistakes.
Mhm.
You know, it wouldn't be close if you didn't make this mistake, if you didn't take this gunfight, if you didn't make this move, if you took your time on making this move. You know, like
Right.
little things like that. At no point is it ever down to, if you never lose a tournament because of a single move, unless you're in the finals, right? That happens,
Right.
right? Like look at what happened with Impact and Uprising when Nick Laval left the middle in the finals. No one
One
saw
move.
him, jumped over, and then no one saw him.
Mhm.
That was the move that won them the tournament.
Right.
If he didn't do that at that moment, Graham Arnold was making it out, trapping Nick Laval in the middle, and closing the point out. But Nick
Yeah.
Laval had that spidey sense, and there's a reason why he's on one of the best teams in the world.
Yeah. True.
You know? And I know for a fact, Graham probably thought when he's going home, he's like, man, how the fuck did I let that guy fucking dive over the snake?
Right.
You know?
Dude. I hope we have a great drive home.
I do too. And I think that we are going to have a great drive home. I think you, me, and Gavin's chemistry,
Dude,
dude, we're going to be stopping
That's
plenty of
gonna be
times.
such a fun ride.
Right, dude. And the thing is, right, I'm blessed that I have a girlfriend that is cool enough to where I can hang out with the boys and not even have to code switch even a little bit.
Right. Tegan's legit for that.
Yeah, she is legit for that. And there's a lot of people that are like tormented by their significant other because they don't want to say the wrong thing in front of them.
The wrong thing.
Right.
Yeah.
And
I get that.
it's a very, very scary thing. And when you put yourself in the shoes where, I mean, I obviously would never like talk about like all these other chicks that I've been with like around my girlfriend. That's just like, that's raunchy, and there's like no point in that, right? But like when like a subject comes up where we're like, oh, like remember that movie Pitch Perfect? Oh, Anna Kendrick back then, dude, she was hot. You know,
Dude.
like, obviously she's not right. Obviously my girlfriend's not tripping about that just because, right, that was a long ass time ago. But I mean, whatever, right? I can say that shit, and she's not gonna get like butthurt over it. You know, some people are like, oh yeah, you're mentally cheating on me. Shut the fuck up. Shut up.
You would do it too. It's Anna Kendrick.
That's all I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. God damn, dude. People are sensitive nowadays. Like, what is this bullshit?
Does she still look good nowadays? I don't know what she looks like now.
No, she does not. No, she looks horrible.
Yeah, she doesn't look the same.
But Anna Kendrick though, she's fucking awesome. You know, okay, I have a friend who like works in like show business and stuff like that. Works from like, he's worked on music videos and works with a ton of like famous people. You know, he told me, because he trains exotic animals for a living. Right, I probably told you that. Right. He told me that Taylor Swift is one of the biggest fucking bitches.
Really?
Yeah, because all them like back when she was like a country singer, right? Remember, but she used to do country music.
Right.
So he would supply all of her horses for her music videos.
Okay.
And so apparently working with her on a set, she was a fucking disaster. Like hella hard to work with, always really demanding, very, very needy. The standard high, you know?
I could definitely see it.
But you know, okay. One thing that I gotta say, this thing has been on my mind a ton. And because I randomly just went off one day, like I'm playing video games with my friends, and I don't know why, I just randomly started complaining and bitching about this. Like, I was so angry at not being capable. Does that make sense?
Of what?
Okay, look at the link that I sent in our little FTS chat on Discord, and watch that video.
Yeah, I had a feeling this is where it was going.
Like this
video. I've seen this video before.
This video, no joke, makes me so goddamn angry. And there was I'm sitting at this exact setup, playing video games with my friends, and I'm scrolling through, and I see that video again. Dude,
this,
I just started.
This video is worse than the fucking. Oh, if two men could hold me, or if one man could hold me down, two could like. This is worse than that.
For sure.
Like this is if I can't do it myself.
Share your screen, Kane. Like, share your screen. The people need to see this. Share your screen.
Yeah.
Because like, maybe I am just a guy where am I a liberal? Am I getting triggered right now? What is going on, bro? What is going on? Right? But like this video like legitimately like triggers me, if that makes sense. Like, okay, look at this. This lady, she's getting out of her car. She stumbles. Dude, her baby is in a stroller rolling back towards, like, what do you think that is? 25, maybe 30 mile an hour traffic?
It's something like that.
And she just cannot get up. Like, if it was not for that bald guy right there, dude, that baby's fucking cooked. Like, I almost feel like that video is like AI, almost, you know? Obviously, but I've seen it like 10 years ago.
It was before, yeah.
But I was just like, seeing that video, no joke, I went so much harder at the gym that day. I was like, man, I'm never going to be the person that's incapable of protecting my loved ones.
That just reminded me of the video you made where it's like the guy screaming.
Yeah. It's like, I don't push hard for myself. I push hard for him. And it's the guy at Lowe's carrying the fucking box. He's like, you know, he's like, it's too heavy. That's never going to be me. I'm training to make sure that's never going to be me. Right? So I don't know what it is, but just that video, the helplessness of not being capable, it freaks me out. You know, because I mean, and the thing is, I do get it. Like, obviously, there could possibly be like some underlying factors that I don't know. Maybe she just had like a surgery or some shit and she just can't get up. Obviously, that's a problem. That's possibly a thing. But in that exact moment with no context, I was just like, I'm angry at it.
So you know what similar to that, you know what I've always imagined? This is like what plays through my head, is that will I be able to do the infamous grabbing somebody on the edge of a cliff and like be able to pull them up? That's what I always think about. Like, can I hold on to somebody and be able to like pull them up? Like however like you may do it.
Yeah, or if a guy uses a Super Saiyan blast, you like flop around, you fall off the cliff, and you're hanging on it by one arm. Am I able to bring myself to grab the other one and then fully muscle up? You know?
I know if I was just hanging by one arm, I'd be able to like hit myself with one muscle up. Come on,
for sure. That's like a thing where that is a life goal of mine. Where if I
pulling
cannot do one muscle,
pulling somebody up is harder than that.
Oh, 100. They're dead weight. 100%.
Yeah.
Right. At least with your own weight, you're able to like maneuver it and shift it, if that makes sense. You're able to shift it and pivot and swing your momentum upwards, right? Like, you know, that's kind of like when you're doing a pull-up and it doesn't count as a rep when you like swing yourself up and do it. That doesn't count as a rep.
But you're gonna fucking do it like when you need to.
Right? But you're able to shift your momentum from like, I guess, being stationary. When you're working with dead weight, there's no momentum there. You're low-key like you're pulling up a fucking sack of potatoes.
Yeah, that makes me feel bad for my mom because when I had my wisdom teeth taken out, she carried me inside the house.
Oh, nice.
Not like actually, but like I was walking, but like I wasn't walking.
Dude, you're low-key like the drunk stumbling Irishman that Gavin warned us about.
Yeah, that was me.
Dude, holy shit, bro. Looks like you got fucking bit by a zombie on your arm, bro.
Dude, I did get bit by a zombie. It's fucking it's all it looks yellow and shit.
God damn, dude.
Fucking my arm pad started speaking at practice, so those that are watching on YouTube, you can see I tore up my fucking whole arm, so I'm trying to keep it moist and have it heal before WC, because it hurts like a bitch to dive on.
Really? That bad?
All practice. I don't know if did we ever play on the same team at all on Sunday?
You and I did not play on the same. You and I did not play on the same team at all, and neither did me and Paul.
Okay.
I think you were. I think you were with Paul all day, and I was with. People were shifting my team around. He was shifting my team around quite a bit. I played with Cedar. I played with Brandon most of the day for sure. I played with Brandon most of the day, and Mar for most of the day.
Yeah.
So I mean,
But
those are both good players. So I was like, I think
so you didn't see it, but the entire day I was, instead of doing like my normal crawl or even just a normal shimmy, I was damn near doing like an elbow crawl because I couldn't go on this. And the entire day when I was running wide, never took a dive. I only hip slid.
interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. So
And
I mean,
I was trying to be safe.
did you get that what is it, Neo skin or liquid skin? Did you end up getting that?
No, I didn't. I just wrapped it again with the gauze and the tape. I need to find out where I got that. I don't know where I got that.
What, the Neo
But
skin?
whoever created that like tape thing where it only sticks to the tape and not your skin, W person.
Yeah, who is the engineer that engineers that? You know?
Dude.
Who makes those inventions?
I don't even know.
That guy's probably a trillionaire. Well, not like
That-
not really, but like at least a billionaire.
Always, whenever I have that, I'm like, oh, this is just like Fortnite.
Med kit, dude, popping a chug jug real quick.
Good.
You know? But okay.
Yeah.
One thing that another question I had. I don't know if you saw what's been going on in the Bay Area. They recently started doing a thing where restaurants are doing a behavior fine. Right? Like, so,
Is this okay? Is this that thing where this is that one Asian restaurant where it was if you don't have like your kids in check?
yes,
then,
if you
like-
don't have your kids in check, you're gonna be paying a fee if they're running.
This is what you're talking about?
Yes.
I do know. Yeah, I've seen this. Yeah,
What are your thoughts? What do you think about that?
makes sense.
I think it makes total fucking sense.
There's obviously there's like a limit, right? Like you can tell your kid to be quiet, but if they're jumping on the fucking table and running around like a psychopath, then what the fuck are you doing, bro?
yes.
Go to like the play place at McDonald's.
I hate how like controversial it is to like keep your kids in check now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because at least the way that I grew up, if your parents didn't keep you in check, a random person's gonna put you in check.
And that's the thing. People hate it. Where it's like, don't talk to my kid.
Yeah, now
You're letting
people are
your kid be a fucking jackass.
Yes, people are Karens about it now, bro. Like, it's crazy, bro. Like, some of these kids that I see
like
now,
you
like,
can't gentle parent, bro. It doesn't work.
no, it does not, bro. No, it does not. I feel like it's very interesting. I think that low key, I mean, this is a stretch, not for parenting, but just in general. I think at some point, a small form of bullying works.
I agree.
You know, because if you're not,
Agreed.
if you've never had like a bully and you've never felt like you had to level up to get to fight back, or someone that's fucking with you, you just kind of stay a pussy. It seems like. Does that make sense? You know?
Yeah.
Right? Like, I don't know. I'm not a parent, so I've never like seen it close at hand like that. But it just seems like when I was bullied for being short, I was like, I wanted to make sure that I was like, okay, well, I want to make sure that I'm at least a fucking badass, that I'm not 6'4".
I was gonna say on the contrary to the whole gentle parenting thing, I think it's good to take a gentle approach at things, whereas like you don't have to scream and yell at like your kids, but it's like hey, like you did something wrong. Like you make it a point to like teach them that they're being a fucking like dick, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But
I agree. I think it needs to be in check because, dude, kids are fucking assholes now, bro. Like,
yeah.
there is no, and I'm also a part of this crowd. Respect is earned, not given. So it's like, I'm not just gonna automatically respect my elder if they're being a fucking asshole. But for the most part, if I see an old person, I'll be respectful. Dude, these kids nowadays do not care, bro. They do not. Have you ever seen that? I don't know what it's called. Where it's like they have like a bike and they're doing like a fucking wheelie and they're like cutting up and down the street.
Oh yeah. Those videos and kids.
Bro.
Yeah. Those are insane.
The Lord knows not to put me in those positions because I've never been in one. You know?
I should be like, oops.
Well, no, I'm gonna be like, oops, accidentally stuck my fucking foot out. You know? Like, that shit isn't like nothing pisses me off more than that, low-key.
Dude. I don't know why this made me think of it, bro. On the drive home, there was 2 car accidents, and one of them was a motorcycle.
Oh god, bro, fuck, that's scary, dude.
And I rode my bike today because my car's down.
Yeah.
I looked over to the side. There was 2 motorcycles. One guy was not laying on the ground. The other guy was standing. So I assume one guy got hit. I looked at the guy standing. I just hit like
Fuck.
just the old nod.
Yep. Damn, do you think he survived?
Yeah. He was there. He was good, but he was just laying down. So
Okay, nice.
can't say.
Shit, dude, every time I see a fucking crazy video of a motorcycle crash, I either send it to you or I think of you, and I'm like, dude, you gotta be safe, you fucker.
Dude, I try not to like get mad at that because my mom and sister did that to me the other day where they're like, "Hey, we just saw a guy get in an accident." don't do that. Like, thanks. Like, like,
Ima-
I get it.
Imagine you
they're
like walk
thinking
out
of
of
you.
your room and they're watching like motorcycle crash compilations on YouTube. They're like,
Oh my god! They're like they turn. I walk in. There's like,
yeah, just staring right at you. They're like not
that's you,
making it.
huh?
They're like not making it obvious, but they're like trying to get you to see what they're watching it.
On that note, bro, you talk a lot about like just trying to stay off social media and stuff because there's so much negativity. But
Yeah.
oh my god, when people are getting influenced by like everything that's online, it like really pisses me off.
Yes, and I think that an easy term that's I think is thrown around a little too much, but I do think that it is a thing. Propaganda. I think there are so many different forms of propaganda to get you like scared of just life in general. You know, like it just seems like the algorithm wants you to be that it wants you to be scared one day, then it wants you to be happy, so it shows you all these happy reels, then it'll be like, okay, now the world fucking sucks, watch all this suckiness. You know, it's very and it's so hard to stay on social media because it's fun. I like posting, I like being able to stay in contact with my people, but god damn, dude, like there's just so much. It's just too 50-50 for me. It's too positive and too negative. It just depends on what day I'm looking at it, I guess.
You just need that. You just need that like awareness to know that it's like propaganda. But it's hard too because dude, when you get scrolling, like it just purposely sucks you in. Like
Yes, and that's why it's the bad type of propaganda where it's like an echo chamber. If you have really bad thoughts and really like fucked up thoughts and you watch very similar stuff, it's going to keep showing you people that are also fucked up in the head. You know? And obviously to each his own with that, but the echo chambers of the internet is very scary, especially when you're not being contested on your opinion.
yeah,
You know, at least with
that's a good point. Having a contestant, having an opposing view.
yes, because if you're just full of like people that are yes men, your head is gonna blow up so much where you're just like, oh, I know what I'm talking about at all times because everybody's agreeing with me
Drake.
at all times.
Drake.
Right?
Yeah.
But I think that's also one reason why you and I work very well, Caden, is because you and I are able to look at things from a different perspective to where we can kind of like question each other in a way where I feel like I've also kind of rubbed off on you that way where you're like, let me look at this. Let me look at this from a different perspective that's not mine.
Like, Kane, your soft little baby hands wouldn't fucking understand.
Dude, well, I mean, bro, look, you got a big boy job, bro. You do not have fucking soft baby boy hands anymore. Bro, you're a fucking man.
I have a white collar job right now.
First of all, one, there's nothing wrong with that. Do not ever let anybody ever shame you for that. All I'm saying. Just because my hands look like this so hers can look like that, you fucking liberal sissy.
I was building a desk today. I was doing manual labor.
Say you're doing blue collar shit right there, right? But the thing is you're handling your shit. That is just, I think handling your shit is just as manly as any type of fucking blue collar job.
It's gonna be so weird going back to Chipotle. It's gonna be so fucking
Are you
weird.
gonna go back?
Well, that's the plan for like doing that while I go back and do my school. Like, so I can't do it. I can't do a fucking 9 to 5, 8 to 5 like job. I'm doing school.
I mean, it's like a double-edged sword. When you're working during the day like that, you're missing out on a lot of the day.
Right.
But it's also, dude, the security of it, knowing that you're getting your shit done, you're able to feed yourself, you're able to feed your loved ones, your girlfriend's taken care of. That's a hard thing to beat.
And I mean,
right?
if I had the choice of doing like a full-time like at Chipotle or like the internship, the thing is that I would rather have that structured schedule rather than like open, close, open, close, close, open, whatever the fuck, right? Like I like, even though the change is cool sometimes, I like having just like the consistency.
Yeah, because you can plan.
Yeah.
You can plan things. They could be like, oh man.
Sometimes I wish I could do things in the morning.
That's also very true. It's like an awkward time to where it's like, okay, well, do you want to wake up at fucking 4 a.m. to go do nothing and then go to work?
It's like Saturday I wanted to go play disc golf, but we had practice, so I was like, no disc golf.
Right, but I mean, we're gonna have time after the event, you know, to go kind of go out and do your own shit.
Sepple too, so
right, and I mean,
couple weeks.
Dude, I think we should go to the Sepple and low-key try to record some content and just see what's going on over there.
Interesting. Okay.
I think it would be good for us to also kind of just like we haven't refed all year, so it's like I want to kind of give back to the community in a way. I feel like refing was one of my ways I could give back to the community by giving these people a fair and absolutely unbiased refing experience.
Right.
You know, and
And I thought we were some of the best refs. Just
Okay,
saying.
that's funny you say that because I know we were some of the best refs. I know we were some of the best refs because very seldomly would we miss a call,
Yeah. Right.
right? And there would be
And
times,
if it was a missed call, it'd be because of somebody we had with us that wasn't
yes,
like
right? Like us as a group, like when we were us as the semi-pro team, when we were refing, we know what to look for when it comes to scumbags, if that makes sense, right? People that are
because
trying,
we're scumbag now.
right? People that are trying to cheat. We know what that looks like because we've been in the trenches ourselves, you know? And I think some of these new refs, they might not have that experience, right? Like if you don't know what it looks like, when you're seeing a guy in semi-pro, when you see a guy dive into the corner and wipe a hit off, that motherfucker is like, it's gone already, bro.
Right.
By the time I'm like, hey, yo, ref, check that guy. It's gone, you know? And, I thought we were very, very good refs. I thought we were very, very consistent. We were very, very decisive on our calls. That's the main thing. It seems like a lot of refs, when it comes to lower leagues, they're not very decisive on their calls. Sometimes they'll go back on it. They'll be like, this should have been a minor, but I threw a major. Right? And I feel like we were very, very serious on that shit.
Speaking of reffing, correct me if I'm wrong. There was a dead man's walk at the NXL.
Yeah.
That just happened, right?
Yeah.
What the fuck? I thought that was banned.
So it's banned in the SEPL. That's in the rule book. Whenever I would have to, as a head ref, I'd have to go out and give the orientation or whatever.
NXL, I thought it was banned. Am I wrong?
I think that the gray area is that he just got out and he's walking down the field, right? He's not calling himself out. He's not doing anything like that. I think
that's a dead man's walk, right?
Yes, it is. But the thing is, he's not calling himself out. He's giving no reason for the refs to like call him out, right? So, as soon as people got past him, he just fucking started blasting him in the back. I think the dead man's walk is kind of homosexual, if you will. I think that it is.
So, I watched The Odyssey yesterday, and it was. Do you know anything about that movie?
No, I don't.
It's the whole thing with like Greek gods and like Odysseus, where he was a general that did like the whole Trojan horse thing, right? And because it was dishonorable, because it was like a sign of trust, and they like won that way, that he basically got cursed and his men died, and he got stuck and wasn't able to go home. And that's the kind of shit that just made me think about that, where it's like it's dishonorable. You didn't fucking win. You won by being a pussy.
Valid. You know, okay.
Like there's smarts to it. Sure.
Yes.
Like,
another way
whatever.
to add on top of this, you've seen Transformers, right?
Yeah, of course.
Starscream. I thought Starscream was a Decepticon. He's Megatron's right hand, but he was always he's always fighting, but whenever it looks like they're losing, he's out.
True. Yeah.
Right? And that, from a young age, I was like, man, I thought Starscream was cool. Fuck that pussy.
No, you know who I thought was the coolest character? Soundwave.
Was that the
Soundwave
guy?
was
Soundwave or Shockwave? Which one is that one? Shockwave's the one where he was in the city and he was able to control that big mechanical worm, right?
Oh yeah, there is Shockwave. No, I'm thinking of actually wait. I mean they're kind of the same, to be honest.
Honestly, dude, Optimus Prime is like the fucking Naruto of Transformers, bro. The guy just
Soundwave is the guy that basically like the jukebox, but he has like the fucking like the robot dog comes out of his fucking chest.
Robot dog? What the fuck?
Bro, what? You don't know what I'm talking about?
Is it the robot dog or is it like a scorpion looking one?
It's like a scorpion dog looking
Scorpion dog. Those are two completely different animals, brother.
Bro, it's a fucking robot.
But it's an animal robot. You gotta be specific on these.
All right, we're gonna look this. What is Soundwave's animal Transformers? We're gonna look this up real quick.
Probably a scorpion. Is it the Scorpion guy?
That's just
Mm.
Spy Patrol of Robotic Animals.
No, I
There's
think I
multiple.
do remember. It was like a lion.
There's multiple apparently.
It was like a four-legged like lion, like chrome lion.
Ravage,
right?
a sleek robotic black jaguar.
Wow, Jaguar.
Or there's Laserbeak the bird.
Fuck that guy.
Okay, and there's a bat. Yeah, no, I thought Soundwave was fucking sick.
Hell yeah. I mean, honestly,
Shockwave is fucking badass.
ever since
also.
I was a kid, dude, Optimus Prime was like my fucking guy. And also Ironhide. I thought Ironhide was also so sick.
Okay.
I was pissed when he died.
Really?
No joke, dude. I was angry. I was like, what the fuck just happened? Ironhide is getting betrayed by Sentinel Prime. Fuck Sentinel Prime.
Fuck Sentinel.
God, I was legitimately angry.
God
like-
damn it.
What even is that shit, bro?
Fucking, that was like fucking straight back of the head or chest or
Yeah.
I forget where he shot him.
And then he had like acid rounds where he rusted him away. But
That was a crazy plot twist.
that was a crazy plot twist. I did not expect that, dude. Michael Bay. People talk shit about his movies about explosions.
Well, who talks shit about his movies?
That was like a thing, like back in the late or the early 2010s. People were like, oh, Michael Bay movies are just explosions. Like they're good because he just has a lot
Bro
of
had like some of the best
explosions.
CGI of his time.
I agree completely. I think literally the best CGI of his time. Like CGI
Yeah.
now. Have you ever seen what these new Marvel movies look like, bro? Like I watched
Some of them are so bad.
Thor: Love and Thunder. I
No,
thought
that
that
was
was
just-
actually the worst movie I could have possibly ever seen.
That one is terribly rated.
Like that one's in my top 5 of worst movies ever.
I am very looking forward to Doomsday though. Very much looking forward to that.
I'm just scared. It's honestly at the point where it's too far beyond its return. You know?
Really?
Yeah, I feel like they've done so much fucking weird shit where there's all these like tens of thousands TV shows that suck, and you're not gonna get a lot of references in there because you don't watch these horrible movies and horrible shows.
I did see one thing. I don't know if it was true where it was Shang-Chi and the Gambit fighting. I don't know if that's like part of it, but I like those characters. Shang-Chi was actually an underrated movie. Did you watch that one?
No, I did not.
That one is like obviously like not everyone knows who that character is.
He's kind of
Slept on movie.
he's
Slept on.
I wouldn't say he's like Doctor Strange, but he uses that same dimensional power, right?
No, it's like the 10 rings where it's like there's just like these 10 rings that just like give you strength. And it's like a whole like Asian theme with like the flow of it and like I don't know, but that's a really good movie that I really enjoyed.
That sounds
I
actually
would
pretty
recommend that.
interesting. You know, okay, because there's this one video game that I don't know what it's called, but his guy has 10 rings on his hip, right? And you start,
Okay.
I think you start the game off, and he's like really young. He's like this really young Asian guy.
Oh fuck.
And every time you die, you go
they
up
made
like 10
a they
years.
made a episode on it for the secret level show. Fuck, dude. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Right? And so it's like he starts out young. He starts out as like an 18-year-old or a 20-year-old, but he has these 10 rings on his hip, and every time he dies, he is able to come back, but he's like Sifu. But he's like what, 10 years older or something like that? Maybe like 7 years older.
Yeah.
To where but now he's even more experienced, right? He's even better
As
than
you
he
get
was
older,
before.
your attacks hit harder, but your max health decreases.
Right? Dude, very, very interesting concept.
Dude, I want to play it. Is that only PS exclusive? That sounds interesting.
I feel like we should,
I think it's on Steam.
Kate, you know what we should do? Dude, bro, I was even thinking about this. I think it would be fun if we tried to play like some duo games together and just stream that shit on YouTube.
Like what? Like a Chain Together, like those types.
Chain Together, Peak, A Way Out. What's the other fucking ones? What are the other ones? Split Fiction.
Split Fiction.
What's the other ones? With the dolls.
It Takes Two.
It Takes Two. That one was awesome, bro. I fuck
really
with
good.
It Takes Two.
I like Split Fiction a lot too. That one was geek.
I thought that It Takes Two was cool because I knew for a fact that luckily me and my girlfriend's relationship was strong enough to where I'm a good gamer. She's an average gamer. We went together very well in that game. But I can see how people were not okay with their significant others being so shit. Where
Luckily,
it caused fights for some
luckily,
people.
my girlfriend wasn't that bad.
Nice.
I can just remember I just remember a few times in both Split Fiction and It Takes Two where she was like, "I can't do it." And I'm like, "Bitch, just give me the fucking controller."
Damn. We're playing on
That-
PC, so it's like, and she would be at her setup, and I'm just like, all right, well, I'm not fucking. I can't. I'm
We
not
we do
going
the
over there to
actual
do
like
that
sit
shit.
next to each other like split screen
Oh
type.
hell yeah. The
But
couch
that only
co-op.
happened a few times. I think my girlfriend actually did pretty good for the games, like better than I thought she
Hell
would.
yeah. That's. I
Which
mean,
thank fucking God, bro.
that's good because when I question if people are bad at video games, I question their integrity as a human. Like your hand-eye coordination is that bad? It's that bad? You know, like okay.
I mean,
The thing is, they're
I'm
gonna
trying
be
to
doing
think like if I picked up a game for the first time, but I've been playing games for forever. I don't know. I'm trying to think.
the only argument they would have against us is, oh, you've been playing games forever. You're absolutely right about that. You are absolutely right about that. But like, okay, look at like aim labs, for example, where you just like move your mouse
Saying,
from
yeah.
point A to point B. How are people so bad at that?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
we're
that-
just like regular ass games. Like if
yeah.
someone's bad
It's
at Call
something
of
that's
Duty,
not
I like
super technical.
Yeah, like Call of Duty is like the one where dude, you just gotta camp, bro, and you'll be on the top of the leaderboard. You know.
Pussy shit.
But I was thinking, I was like, dude, we should play. I think it'd be funny if we like streamed some games.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I remember
It'd be
remember when we tried to do Sons of the Forest.
Yeah, we did that one run.
Like we should try to find games like that where you know how fun would it be if we like dedicate like okay we're gonna play this game and we're dead ass gonna beat it.
That'd be fun.
You know,
They do like playthroughs, yeah.
yes, like
It'd be fun.
I mean
I never beat the Forest games.
I didn't either. I did not either. I think those games are terrifying low key, and I get scared of going in the dark. But
You know what I need to do again now
What?
with all the new updates? I need to go beat Minecraft. There's like so much new shit.
dude, I still have that server.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Server's awesome, bro.
I haven't played it in forever.
The server's fucking awesome. Or like
Oh, all right. On the topic of video games, what the fuck is Fortnite on right now? Have you seen what they're doing?
Fortnite? Nope.
Dude, Fortnite has like they've been adding like more sexual skins. So
What?
like Poison Ivy
Sex-
with like a cut, like no clothing or like that's an example, but like they did like a hot girl like Poison Ivy, Catwoman, like
You know, okay.
Harley Quinn, and
I
they
saw-
had it where you have to do like an age verification in order to get the skins because
What?
they're more explicit. Like they're like
What?
they're Poison Ivy is like not a character that wears fucking clothes.
Yeah.
So they have they added them to the game and now you have an age verification in
Interesting.
Fortnite.
Because I saw that the chick from Obsession is getting a Fortnite skin.
Yeah. Which
Right,
is funny.
and-
I watched that on Saturday.
And she's covered in blood. And in my mind, I was like, dude, Fortnite's a kid's game and they're leaving her covered in blood? That's very interesting. I was like, okay, good for Fortnite, I guess. But, dude, what is Fortnite is going to turn into like this would sound insane. I think Fortnite could be the first possible game that goes like into the simulation. If that makes
what do you
sense.
mean?
Like,
So like
Fortnite has so much money. They are one of the biggest gaming companies. They have the most
they
money.
do.
That imagine they're the ones that like get like the technology where they're like, okay,
The most
you're
crossovers.
right, exactly the most crossovers to where eventually everything is going to be in Fortnite, and
Mm.
you're gonna be like, okay, well let's do VR suits, and now you're
No,
you
you're
have,
right.
You have haptic
Let's reach
suits, you have a
out.
full helmet,
Let's reach out to them so we could be in Fortnite.
dude. I think that'd be sick. FTS skins, dude. My skin would be legit. My skin would be fucking legit. What would your skin look like?
Yeah. Fucking I don't even know.
My skin would be me in the Master Chief suit, but just
There's already a Master Chief. You can't do it.
No, I'm not even
Take
gonna
it
lie.
already.
I actually went on Fortnite one day just to buy that skin. So
I've bought like some like Naruto skins. And,
I was like, if I ever go back, at least I'm Master Chief.
right.
you know,
I have
like,
a couple anime
When
skins.
Fortnite does become the simulation, at least I'm Master Chief. You know?
Amen. Amen.
You know, like fuck, Kane. It's crazy, dude. Video games are such a weird thing that realistically though those are going to be the first type of people that go into the simulation. You know, people who love video games. Like, as much as we were like, oh, Ready Player One is so sick as it is, that's low-key what the Matrix is.
You know what I need to do that I haven't done yet?
What?
You know those VR rooms where it's just an open room and they have like the guns and the headsets, but you could run around in the giant
Yeah.
room? That is what we need to do.
I'm so down.
That's the real zombie experience we could do where we're running around and like fucking like shooting and whatnot.
Dude, I was listening to a podcast where they had Mr. Beast on, and he was talking about how he's like, oh, and this is kind of what gave me the idea for the whole zombie apocalypse question with the team. But it was, he's like, man, imagine trying to put together a show where we make a zombie survival show. It's like, you know how he's like, oh, I'm surviving 1 week in an abandoned city. Imagine it's like that. He's like surviving zombie. 1 week in a zombie apocalypse, but he has like custom made guns, cut like to where it's not going to kill a human, right? Like, but the thing is, there's like, oh, you could use paintballs, but paintball looks fucking. Paintball is cool. I love paintball, but if you're trying to kill a zombie, you look gay as shit, right? Like airsoft, not good enough. Like gel blasters, not good enough. Like they would need something that would be powerful enough to make a bang, but not powerful enough to kill somebody.
I think almost like a different version of a pepper ball.
Yes, but the thing is like you wouldn't. I mean, Mr. Beast is obviously the kind of guy where he has high production value on absolutely everything.
Right.
Like he was talking about how like they're like trying to break it down. It's like, oh, we could have suits that the guy's like, oh man, we just need the lowest or the weakest level shotgun. Where you're shooting somebody with a real gun, real pellets, but like it just doesn't kill them.
I was going with the thought of like the whole laser guns where I saw a video where when a laser crosses it, there's like a pouch that explodes. You do that, but you can still put blanks in like a gun. So you still get the bang, but there's still a laser on it that'll like trigger like an explosion or something like that.
Interesting. I mean, shit, dude. They should add us in there for Mr. Beast games. Like,
dude, I always wonder about how I would do in those.
I think that if I knew nobody in there, I would win.
Are you gonna? I always think about this.
Would you be
one of those people? Yes. Would you be that person that does a fake friendship to like betray them at the very end?
No, I would not.
I see. The friends you make in there, you'd stick by them.
100%.
Okay.
And if anybody betrays me, bro, you're fucked. If I don't get kicked off, if you betray me and I don't get kicked off, you're fucked. Like I am going to, because now at that point you're like, if I get betrayed, the betrayed is usually the good guy.
Right.
The betrayer is now the villain.
Mm-hmm.
Now I have everybody on my side. Like, dude, if I do not get voted or kicked off right after being betrayed, I'm making sure that guy's not winning.
What about that thing where it's like where it's like you can split it or steal, but if you guys both pick split, you guys split it, but if one person picks split and one person picks steal, the person that picks steal gets all of it. But if both of you guys pick steal, like none of you guys get it. Like what if it's that scenario? Are you gonna like I'm gonna pick this?
I think that realistically it would depend on the way that it's formed. Is it like this person that I've been competing against this whole time? Is it like one person that was once my teammate now turned enemy? Like,
fuck, yeah, I don't know.
Right? If it's somebody that I've been competing against the whole time, I don't give a fuck. Fuck that guy. I'll steal his shit. I don't care.
But if he picks steal
and we get nothing, boom, dude, we'll lay it out to blows and I'm in. I'll twist him up like a pretzel. I'm in.
Oh my god.
You know? Right? But the Mr. Beast games, that is a legitimate psychological film that he does with such high production. He really does kind of portray the human mind in possibly the best and the worst ways.
Yeah.
You know, there have been plenty of people that have been like, oh, nice, we're together till the end. Then right when it comes to the end, they steal it. Like, that's happened before.
Yeah, it has.
You know, and like, it just shows the way how humans are not perfect. Human nature will get in the way. And nothing will ever be perfect forever. Like, sure, you can work something out with some people, but then once the number starts getting too big, eventually, through the law of averages, one person's going to be a scumbag.
Yeah, definitely.
And it just is what it is, you know? That's why I make sure that the crew that I do pick, I make sure that they're good and they're loyal, right? Because if I'm showing loyalty and they're showing loyalty, we're gonna be fine, right? For as long as you guys are both showing loyalty and no one's stabbing each other in the back, we are like Caden. Our friendship will be fine forever as long as none of us really stab each other in the back. Like you and I at practice, we've yelled at each other, we've called each other cowards, we've called each other bitches, but it's like it's now at no point is it ever gonna like actually end our friendship.
Right. It's 5 seconds and we give each other a hug.
Exactly. Right. And it would have to be something so it would have to be a level of betrayal that is so insane where it would have to be just under where I kill you. You know?
Yeah, true.
You know? And I mean, I don't know. It just seems like the number one thing that I've learned in life is, dude, stay loyal to your people.
Yeah.
But do not be blinded by it. There are times where being too loyal will hurt you. And I'm not saying that about people. I'm saying that possibly about organizations. Right? Like, look at how many people are working at a job for so fucking long they're loyal to it, and then that company doesn't give a single fuck about them. And they just fire them. Right? Like,
True.
Be careful on where you like lay your loyalty. If you lay it into a corporation, you are a fucking idiot. If you lay it into a friend and someone you've like trauma bonded with, that's a good investment of loyalty. You know?
Couldn't have said it better.
Right. But anyway, let's wrap this shit up, Kato.
Yes, sir.
Dude, yo, we got a cool guy? You got anything? It's been a while.
Wait.
It's been a while. I keep forgetting, dude. People
wait,
send me
I
the
do.
code word.
Wait. Stretch for me.
You know,
I do.
It's very interesting, Caden, how long we've been here, and I always still forget to sometimes do the code word and the cool guy of the week because you know me, my mind wanders so much to where it's kind of like hard for me to stay focused or stay on one topic, or even like it's hard to like segue to another one because I'm so autistically fixated on what we're talking about now. But let's see this fucking TikTok. Am I about to get copyrighted for this bitch? Let's see.
Wait, 1 second. I'm getting there.
Are you sharing it or are you sending it?
Wait. Here. I put it in the chat. Wait.
I'm seeing his
copy
profile.
this.
What is this profile?
This is the cool guy of the week.
This guy's looks like Bojangles, bro.
This guy's name is Bo.
No fucking way.
Yes, this guy's named Bo. This is dad. Gives dad advice for those that don't have a dad. And his name is also Bo.
Oh fuck, dude. This guy looks legit,
cool guy. This
bro.
is cool guy of the
All right.
week. Yeah.
All right, chat, check this shit out. Let's look at this. Hold on, let me go to full screen watch party. Boom. Let's see. Which one am I picking? Which one should I pick? All right, let's see.
All helpful.
Oh, how to buy a used car. Let's watch this one. All right, guys, check this shit. Where's the fucking mute button, dude? I need to see the mute button. There it is.
3-3 rule. You can last 3 weeks without food, 3 days without water, but only 3 hours in harsh weather conditions. Number 2, always let somebody know where you're going and when you'll be back. I have T-Mobile, so I was able to stay connected all the way up here to Mount Rainier National Park, and then to send my wife photos and videos throughout the day. Number 3, stay on the trail, and every time you come to a
You know, I like that shit. I don't have a dad, so like a lot of stuff like that, I never learned. Right, like it was very foreign. My mom taught it to me, but she's my mom, right? For some reason, being a kid, I just never really listened. She's like, you never tell me where you're at. Like, you got to let me know where you're in the hook, or like you got to keep me like in the loop of what you're doing, because what if something happens and no one knows where you are,
right?
And I was always like, ma, fuck it. But now that a man's telling me, dude, sexism, baby, I'm listening to him.
Right.
Yeah.
So
right?
Shout out Bo number 2.
Shout out Bo number 2. Remember when we made Bo's face red as fucking shit when we faked his birthday? Oh, dude. Because for some reason, when every event, we're just like, oh, whose birthday is it? And we just like randomly prank somebody on whose birthday it is. But I think while we're going to be gone, it's going to be Cedar's birthday.
Is it?
I think so. I'm
what
pretty
day
sure.
Is that?
I think his is sometime. Because his is right next to Brando's. Now I gotta like look it up, bro.
Dude, I almost forgot that Brando had a birthday.
Right? How crazy is that? Let me look.
Let's see, Cedar.
Let me look at his profile.
27th, so that's after.
Right.
It's
so,
next Monday.
Next Monday. So Cedar, we know we know we're coming for you, buddy. We know. But all right,
We're gonna do it while we're there.
Oh hell, we're for sure celebrating while we're there. But all right,
Yeah,
Kato, what's the we got a code word of the week?
Code word of the week is Sweeney. You
Sweeney.
made it to the end of this video.
Yep.
Code word of the week is Sweeney.
Shout out
Before
to
we go
Sweeney.
out, shout out to Sweeney, but shout out to our sponsors as well.
My
First
guy.
off, we got Hormesis Paintball. I'm always rocking the sick ass headband. Fucking Brando, he has his whole collection, but
Missed
he's
that
not
guy.
here right now.
Saving lives.
And secondly, Wells Clothing. Go use code FTS for 10% off. Get yourself some cool gear. Fucking, I saw they had a hella cool shit at a Texas event. Go get yourself some nice. And then last but not least, Copper Dodge Paintball Park. We're not gonna be out there this week because we're at Deb C, but go get some grinds in. Sepple's coming up. We might be out there doing some recording, so maybe we'll see you guys out there.
Yeah, and one thing I will say, genuinely, low-key, if you ask, on a good day, you can get spins with us.
Yeah.
Like, remember when we let the ref play with us?
Yeah, we
Dude,
did.
we let the ref, the guy that works with the field, play with us one day when we're doing drills. We're playing like 4-on-5s. He's like, "Yo, can I get a spin?" And we're like, "Hell yeah, bro, jump in."
Yeah. As long as it's not before a tournament, we got you.
Yeah,
We'll work
basically.
something out.
Right? It's just you gotta catch us on the nice day and ask our coach. Don't ask me because I get in trouble. So But anyway, guys, this is FTS, Caden Hatch, Brando's MIA, but we love him and he's saving lives. But if you made it this far, we love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. And see you at Dub C. See you after. Bye.